What? They're just here right now.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi, Internet. What's up? It's, Yep,
Internet.
sorry we're late. We are having some tech demos and issues. It was mostly my fault. Sorry. I'm sorry. But anyway, we are waiting for one player, Roya, because life is a very interesting thing, and we should all love life, because I love life, and I'm sure my players love life.
That wasn't a filler. That wasn't just
That wasn't
filler
filler
to
at
wait
all.
longer.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
They're
not what that was.
We need to have like an announcer. They are pulling
can
into the
just-
driveway. I repeat, they're opening their door.
We can just like start recap or something, right?
I mean, I was gonna say that. Thanks, Trash. Thanks for moving things along, Trash. I love you. So, as per tradition of Chaos, why don't everybody do the recap?
Why don't everybody do the recap? We had kind of a trash-centered episode. That was really, I liked it. It was cool.
That was
Yeah.
a good thing.
Me gusta.
But what?
Where did we start?
We started with the trash incident.
Everyone waking
That's-
up.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Trash nearly died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
important.
So Cedric woke up from his weird dream of getting shit on. And you know, it's expected. And we all met up. We were like, "Hey guys, this is a great day. Everything looks so good, and life's going real well for us, and everything's really working out. Let's go do work and be a good team." And then we were talking, and we were like, you know, communicate and being a team of friends, and it was just such a great time. You
And
know,
then,
Cedric and Trash had a moment where Cedric was like, "Hey, I'm a clone. Don't really tell anyone. Thanks." And Trash was like, "You know, man, sure, I got you because I understand how you feel, and it's okay. And
And
everything
then
will be okay in the end." And then that conversation was interrupted because Ford was like, "Hey, buddy, you know, last night, Trash, I saw that you know, had a little incident. It happens. Don't worry. And I just want to make sure that you're okay." And just being good friends, he picked up his good friend, and he was like, "Hey, it's okay, buddy." And they gave him a nice hug. And yeah, and then
resonated his infernal energy out of the back. Of his
So I think
Yep.
you're missing the fact where you were growing horns.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cedric scanned you like with the like badness
oh yeah, I
detector.
forgot you scanned.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. You are a 50% bad guy now.
You went from 5 to
horn.
50%, and then we hugged out the demon in you.
Yeah. I
And
forgot
then we
about
smacked it back in. It's fine.
Yeah, then we
Well,
just
we-
put it right back in you.
A
Lot-
small
Blew
lot
it
of
bit,
away. We
Not
not
didn't
much
ever fit
back in,
together.
but a part of it back in.
that. Trash was knocked unconscious as his skeleton tried to rip itself out of his body.
Mhm, mhm.
Because
Average
the
Tuesday.
infernal energy was tied to his bones. And then everyone started freaking out, and Ford was just, you know, hugging the dead body.
As you do.
Trash fell to the floor and started like seizuring, and then he like stopped because he was dying. And then you know, everyone was like, "Hey, I don't know what the fuck's happening." And I don't know, Ildry put up like a little cloud, and she dispersed all the energy in an accident. And she was like, "Oh, whoops." And then Cedric was like, "I should poke things and cast stuff," and there was magic
No,
going
hey,
everywhere.
I stopped the
and-
skeleton from popping out of your
and-
body, alright?
And
Yeah,
then
he pulled out the infernal energy into a cloud, and then I tried to make the evil cloud go away from you, and apparently that was bad.
Yep. And then they were like, "Oh, we fucked up. Whoops." And then they Ford resonated in reverse
Yes.
to pick up the infernal energy and then re-resonated to put it into Trash's body. So now it's in his regular flesh, his body, rather than his bones. And so Trash now looks brighter red, more fiery, and he has fairly larger horns that are sticking out and like more noticeable.
I feel like we can just get you new skin, and all of this is solved.
Just shave the horns off.
Well, now I think it's just all through my body.
Yeah, just
Like,
get
is
you a new
that-
body. We get 4 new bodies when he dies.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we can just take your consciousness and shove it in a warforged.
I feel that there was a very big step to which you're missing.
Nah,
Nah, just shove it
yeah, we
in.
got this.
Hildry went to go get alcohol because alcohol, and Trash got drunk. Greenheart got drunk because he's Greenheart. And Savage was like, hey, I'm going to drop some wisdom on y'all. And then Ford was like, nope. And he kicked him into the road. And it was a real great moment.
Best moment.
And then Roya, was it Roya or Cedric? I think Roya tried to talk to Ford, or was it Cedric?
Cedric.
Oh, Cedric tried to talk to Ford, and Ford was like, ooh, I still have a foot. And Cedric was like, oh,
No,
yeah,
it was Roya.
That was Roya.
Yeah,
Roya,
Roya was trying to get everybody to be friends again the entire episode.
Yeah,
Cedric had an actual conversation with Ford. I thought you were talking about that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, no, I was talking about Roya.
Roya got me.
Yeah, Ford and Cedric had heart to heart.
Trade.
Yep. Ford gave Cedric a little confidence boost. Or tried, at least. I don't know if it worked.
I mean, he
He's
went
on
out
the
there.
board.
He went
It
out
did
there.
work,
At
yeah.
the bubble battle. So yeah.
Cedric got his first kill.
Right. Good job. We're very proud.
Then wait, did you? Did you actually? Hey.
Yeah, I killed like 2 or 3 of the bubble elementals.
It's hard to how to figure we classified killing those things.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
yes, they were
I made
out.
Yeah, out of combat.
Zero hit points at that bubble.
You debubbled the bubble.
Pop the bubble.
Pop them.
Pop.
Trash was drunk, and then Ford and Trash had a conversation, and Trash yelled at him, and Ford rationalized the situation, which is Ford-like, and they started screaming. Trash just shit on the whole party. And then Ford was like, hey, so fine, what's the plan if you're talking about plans? And then Trash was like, fine, fuck it. And then he stood up and went to go get Grey Leader Howlett, who had left because he was like, I don't know what happened. I'm going to leave. And then
He was like, I'm going to give you all time.
You yelled at you yelled at Great Leader Howlett.
Oh, I was fucking yelling at him too. I shit on the party again while they weren't even there. And
Howlett, like, respect.
Howlett's dropping wisdom bombs, and I was like, I don't care. Shut up. Let me do the thing. Are we doing it? Let's go do the thing. And then we went and did the thing, and holy shit, bubbles are powerful.
Bubbles are powerful.
They're like, if we can just, tame a bubble, Dakota's like, we don't even have to worry about Baphomet.
Bubbles are scary, man.
Bubbles are
I don't think they should be, but they are.
Bubbles are beautiful and deadly.
Hey,
They could probably like choke
Good
you out,
timing.
like if they got like carbon monoxide just streamed like launched into your lungs, man, you'd just be dead.
Actually, if you get a bubble of air in your blood
You can
veins,
die,
that's
yeah.
like just
Yeah,
one, you dead.
dude.
You're just straight up dead.
Yeah.
Good evening, all. How do I sound? Do I sound okay?
You
Oh,
sound-
God.
very loud.
Sounds
Chris-
beautiful
Oh, very loud.
in my ears.
I'm
okay.
sorry.
I love it.
That's good. That's better.
That's
Yeah.
better. Okay. I just got a new mic, so
Oh,
new headset.
You sound like You sound like a pilot.
you do. Or like
Is
someone
that
playing.
bad?
Someone saying like Halo or something. No, it's not bad at all. It's just different.
Okay, cool.
It's a
Yeah,
different sound
It's a little
effect.
abrupt, but it's good.
Can't wait. To
Oh
hear
wait,
yours.
hold up. Do the Roya voice. That's the real question.
I'm right about him at your service.
Oh, I can actually understand it a little better through that mic.
A little louder. And
I yelled it.
yeah.
Yeah.
What if I was just talking?
We were in the middle of recap and talking about the dangers of bubbles.
Yeah.
Dangers of
Oh,
bubbles.
And by the way you know that a bubble is dead
Nope.
is you don't.
Just
True.
There you go.
You don't.
How did
Yeah,
that go?
no.
The battle went real.
Super great.
I don't know. Well, Trash got a crit right off the bat, and it was like insane damage, and it was like, die, you witch. And then the bubbles like, I'd rather not. So it exploded and made other bubbles, and all the bubbles made bubbles, and it was like, oh, bubbles. And everyone we work together. We had a team effort. We got Roya throwing out Tiny Fangs.
Yep.
Trash was
Right, you-
figuring out resistances, and it was like shouting them out for Ildry and Roy to use because they use those resistances and vulnerabilities real well. Ford was wrapping things up in his chains and like fucking people up because he's Ford. And Cedric ran into a cloud and started stabbing people, and it was great. And then we took care of the first bubble, and we were like, we can take care of a second. So we walked over to the second bubble and tried to get a Psi engine. It didn't work nearly as well because the Psi engine was at like the edge of the area of of air in the ocean that we had made with Greyler Howlett's help.
Area.
We blew that bubble up, and we were trying to take out all the bubbles that the bubble made, but they all ran into the ocean and then became a mega bubble. And the mega bubble, they just started fucking us up. And Ford was like, hey, let's just get this thing out. So he grabbed the Psi resonator like it was like a football and was like, hey, let's just go. And he just grabbed it and walked out. And the bubbles weren't happy with that at all. So Cedric walked up behind Ford and was like, hey, I got you, bud. I'll take care of them. And then the bubbles came, and we were like, shut up, Cedric. No. And they kind of just ignored him and blew him up at the same time. But Cedric took it like a champ. And then Cedric was like, gonna not be a champ for a sec because he was gonna die. And Trash was like, fuck, I was a dick today. Shit, I'm the captain. Fuck. And then he ran into a bubble and started like biting and clawing and messing it up. And then the bubble was real distracted by that, which gave Cedric the chance to run by real quick. And so Cedric didn't die. And then
a bubble burst, and then he got launched onto land.
Yep, and then all the bubbles blew up, and Cedric was blown onto land, and Trash was saved by Ford because they had like a little moment where like Ford threw up the chain, and Trash grabbed it, and then like Cloud would do it, and then it was like, what? And then like got pulled onto land, and it was a good moment. And here we are.
Yep.
Also, Ildry was like stunned because she grabbed some lightning from the storm and like made this huge moment to do 2 damage. It was great.
Epic 2 damage.
I used all my spell slots to do this one attack. 2 damage.
It was on my sorcery points, and I only had 1, so that's why it was only 2.
Yeah. And here we are.
Hey.
And Roy has a sock puppet.
This is Tiny Fang.
Oh my god.
Don't you have a rat?
Oh my god.
It is a bright blue sock, and this will help immersion for everyone.
Okay, that'll
Good.
do.
How beautiful.
That'll
Don't
do.
you have a rat?
Yeah.
That's not a
That's not
but
blue.
the
Hey,
Yeah,
that's for the other campaign,
Or we-
which will not be the
I
campaign.
just got it today, so I didn't get a chance to put eyes.
Googly
in-
eyes. Googly
Yeah.
eyes.
Yes,
Wait, did
this
you
is-
go out and specifically buy that sock for this?
I didn't order a bright blue sock on Amazon specifically
Just one sock?
for this.
Somehow
got a
I
second
don't
one.
believe you.
Here's the other one. This one isn't in use.
You have
The
to
clone.
bleach the other one to white.
Yeah.
Great recap. Everyone gets 50 XP.
Yay.
And also, since I forgot this during the little announcements and the greetings, there will not be a regular episode of Wayfinders tomorrow. Instead, we're having a little bit of a one-shot. And it's gonna be in hell.
Yeah.
I like how we said. Oh, it's by the way, it's in hell.
Or is it going to be hell?
I mean,
Hell,
it's,
it's
a,
gonna
Possibly
be
both.
hell.
it's a little bit of both.
Possibly both.
The way Maui
There's
spent
that- there's that
probably
has
a
been a
little
great
bit of
movie.
column A, column B.
I'm
That-
playing
that
a
has been a
plant
great
person.
movie.
I mean, that's just pretty awesome. The
I'm
evolution
a
of
mutant.
Shirley.
I'm
like-
not there.
Shirley's
It's like a-
origin story. Venom.
Some
yeah.
of the peeps in Relic Hunters will be participating in that one-shot, so don't forget to check it out when you go there.
Playing a
I'll be
plant
muted.
in hell with a lot of fire and infernal energy. I see nothing wrong with that challenge.
Anywho, my Relic hunting dudes and madam, hey, let's get
No.
back right into this freaking episode of the Relic Hunters.
Well,
Where we left
Adam.
off, yeah,
The bubbles normally suck that much because that's not. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than that.
Who knew bubbles could hurt so much? Cedric just like he's like holding his chest.
Roya is completely unscathed. She's just a little bit wet. But other than that, she's great. And
Phrasing.
Eldry's regaining her breath.
Go
Thanks for
ahead,
pulling
Graydon.
me out of there, Ford.
Oh yeah, I did that. Don't worry. Heat of the moment, Ildry. You're fine. Ford's gonna go over and take a look at this thing, like he actually knows the fuck he's looking at. The Psi Resonator.
Okay. As you get close to the Psi Resonator, it is waterlogged, obviously, and the crank, which you usually use to keep it resonating, is broken.
Mm-hmm.
There doesn't seem to be any external damage. It seems fairly intact. Just wet. Very, very wet.
Very wet. A scale of 1 to 10, about how wet is it?
9.
To 9. It's pretty wet. So Ford is definitely putting his hand on this extremely wet, extremely large Psi Resonator, trying to feel it out. Like, do I get any vibes from it? Like, literally vibes from it, because, Resonator.
I get it.
Roll me insight.
Sure.
Insight check.
And I'll start with the lowest possible amount of resonation. A 1. To see if there's any sort of reaction to that won't make it explode on Pert Island.
So you need to start on 7, obviously. But come on.
One of these days before Relic is over, I'm gonna take it to 11. You watch.
This one goes up to 11.
Yep. All right, I rolled a 10.
Feels
don't go up
hollow.
to 10.
Feels hollow.
Feels
No,
hollow.
no, yeah,
Okay.
you don't get any resonation back.
But the outside looks fairly undamaged.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Is there any way to know the history or what ship? Because this is a fairly uncommon item within the world.
Well, I don't
Did
know
someone say-
I mean, I have identify.
Did someone say greater identification?
No, we don't know you can do that, Cedric. We're a group of mysteries and secrets.
Yep.
So Roy's gonna go over there and she's gonna start looking and seeing if there's like any like insignias or marks or symbols or anything, brands, maybe something that survived.
Roll me some investigation.
I will as soon as I sign into Roll20 because I just sat down.
Ford will
So-
stand there and appreciate the support from the support Roya, who seems rather undamaged. He'll just stare at her.
Yep.
You look rather unscathed.
Yeah, that's what happens when you become super proficient at battling.
Good.
I wouldn't. Okay.
Okay.
Ildry.
I made their minds explode.
Yes, you
You
did.
just couldn't see it.
I did not see it at all.
Yeah.
I was busy taking people out of the water. Oh, and this thing. Yeah, just the minor activities of Ford.
You know, you don't have to show off your heavy lifting so much, okay?
I'm pretty sure I am. He starts taking the hand up. I am a tall warforged.
It's a very weird flex.
It is a very
Okay.
weird. It's kind of like an obvious
It's
flex, though,
very-
isn't it?
It's very valid flex and very useful flex as well.
See.
Yeah, I couldn't really move there, and he helped that, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's 2. I think you're outvoted
I'm
here.
fine with flex
Support Roya.
Look, just know that I can carry up to 500 pounds by myself, okay? So,
Wow. Why didn't you take this then?
I was going to help, but then things started exploding, and I had to swim away.
That's
I
a
don't-
fat excuse right there.
I'm a very delicate flower.
You're something, all right.
That's a description you could use, yeah.
There's your investigation roll.
We've bought you enough time.
Hey, Cedric has a past investigation of like 18. Does that help?
Right. Why don't you roll? Don't you have like passive 20s?
I have
Well-
passive 21 wisdom. Man.
I don't understand how passives are supposed to work because you can't just
supposed to
like be perfect at everything all the time.
Well, I think it's you have to be actively, or if you're not actively doing it, is that the idea?
If you're
Yeah.
not actively looking, that's like your role, like your considered role.
How
Yeah,
about this?
people like constantly decide they're reading books always, and then they're like, "Okay, well, I should."
Because you get an
figure out
automatic
everything
+5. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
How
why
about
I use the
DM?
house rule for it.
How about
saying-
DM? He obviously sees me doing this because he's so perceptive, and gives me that advantage.
You missed
I
that.
can help
You
you
missed
out.
that. You missed that.
I can help you
I
out.
think the key point here is, does Cedric even help?
That's a very
Ah,
valid
he's on the
point.
floor.
Cedric did just get knocked unconscious for this thing, so he'd probably like eye it over to see like what it is.
So it's
I'll-
extremely passive perception.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll help
Unconscious
her out.
Yeah, unconscious
It's
perception.
like glaring out it while you're
the
trying
one
to patch
eye,
yourself
the-
up.
I can help Roy out instead.
Yeah.
Since
He's low to
that's
the ground,
level
it'll
four.
help.
Yeah.
As
Do I roll
you're
separately or just give him advantage?
Oh no, the advantage. She's 15.
Okay, cool.
So as you're checking it, you go over it and you notice that there is a hatch on the front part of it.
Hmm.
And on the other sides, as you're checking, you're rubbing your hand over it, the sediment sort of forming on the tips of your fingers. You notice that there might have been symbols or perhaps some anchoring that anchored it to the ship, but it's faded away. It's been here for a very long time, probably upwards more than a few decades, probably.
Hold on 1 second. I have an idea, but I need to check. I don't have that. Okay. So Roya will look around and go, well, it seems that this has some identifying marks, but I think we should probably take care of the horrible state of being you guys are in right now. So let's go and do that. We'll come back to this later.
What did you find anything?
Yeah, it seems that there are some insignias and symbols that could help us identify what this came from, because this is such a strange magic item, you know? You don't see this ever.
It's only as if there are people who are over 100 years old here that might be able to, or perhaps owls that could identify them.
Right, that could help too.
Indeed.
But if someone could maybe mend this, maybe we could restore it to its natural.
Someone's casting a 4th level Cure Wounds.
Brain Leader Khaled, while you guys are talking, is just casually walking up and just helping you guys out. So the first one goes to Ford.
Oh, okay.
The second one goes to Trash.
Okay.
I mean,
Rude, but okay.
Can we give one to Cedric? Is the real question. The Mr.
You already gave one to Stud.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I think I might need that for whatever.
Oh, so I got healed for 22.
Yeah, healed for 30.
Oh, then I'm topped off.
Yeah, I'm at 25.
So Buck, I'd like to. So could you roleplay that out for me? I'd like to hear you as you're getting healed.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So as I'm sassing you, sparks are just flying off me. Like metal is like reshaping itself as I'm sassing Roya. Like it would be really good.
Yeah, so Roya can't actually hear you.
Oh.
So she just thinks you're agreeing with her because it's so loud and yeah.
Yep. So static.
So Roya's just nodding along like, I know. So obviously I feel like I've seen someone in this group cast Mindy before. I'm just having a hard time remembering.
It was Cedric. He's
Cedric.
very
Oh.
good at it.
That's
Cedric would,
right.
like-
I'm sure he could restore the symbol for us.
Cedric would like
Or
sort of,
Ford.
like moan, rising to his feet as he'd look over the Psi engine.
Oh, look who's up.
Oh, good to have you, Cedric. I was very worried about you.
Thanks. So Cedric just starts like looking it over, doing his own investigation of the Psi engine.
Cedric, you get 19 points of health because apparently he didn't heal you. Or
No,
maybe
he did. He
healed
did
last.
from
Yeah, because
unconscious, yeah.
Cedric was unconscious.
But I only had like 7 HP, so it was just like waking up, ow, my bones.
Oh.
Ow, my body.
Ow, my
Audrey,
bones.
do you have some ability to de-waterlog this thing?
So-
Not really.
I can help
Nothing
with
that
that.
would. I mean, I guess I could gust it, but that might rust it. And I
So-
didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it's kind of fun that it did.
Roya will
Shakes.
Roya will start
Visibly
casting
shakes
sea
his
water
head.
and trying to pull the water out.
Cedric is investigating, like looking over the Psi engine.
Looking for what?
Looking for like.
Well,
I-
you have a place to start with the symbol, right?
Yeah,
And the
symbol.
hatch.
Yeah, so I looked there.
Do you use it? The symbol is faded and it's barely noticeable. The fact that with Trash's help, Roy was able to find it was sort of it's a really good thing.
Right. So
Roy
Roya,
blends
I-
the
I would
drawing
begin
color.
mending
ahead.
it then.
Okay,
I'd begin
okay.
mending the outer shell of the Psi engine. Anything that was appeared to be damaged.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
as you mend it, the symbol comes back and sort of has this ebony-ish hue, lighter than Ford. And as you look at it, it has two circles conjoined together with a square in between the two of them. So circle, circle, and then square, connect them together.
Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now I got the cootie shot. Does the symbol look familiar to either of the learned folk here, or any of the learned folk here?
Yeah.
I don't know much about Warforged or Psi engine, so not
So
really.
I might.
Yeah, so that
Ford.
brings up Ford and Trash.
I spent my life in a library. I probably read a lot of weird shit.
Ildry, actually,
I don't know what that is, but it looks
Ildry
amazing.
and Trash, one of you can, but Ford, if you were to roll, you get advantage.
What am I rolling?
You roll history.
Wow.
I have a plus
Let's
3 to
let's
history.
do it. There you go.
Hey,
12.
not
Wow.
bad.
Yeah,
be
Ford's not
worse.
dumb, just not charismatic.
Ford, you remember seeing this symbol on one of the boats that you were assisting in. It was a very long day, you remember, and this particular boat, and for instance, also had another one of your brothers. It was a very double-handed job where it was wreckage, but it was much larger, similar of a fleet. You were essentially going out to recover some very valuable chests from a fleet that had sunken only a few kilometers off of the coast of Freeport.
Given that it's over, a century ago, do I recall any details like the name of the fleet or like the people I was helping out, captain, their fleet, anything like that? Remune? If not, I can roll with that and share it because Ford is nothing with sharing every secret he knows.
No, it would have
Damn.
been something fairly recognized.
Okay.
Trash can.
Trash can.
Would it? No, but that's the thing. Okay.
I mean, it's over 100
So-
years. If he forgot it, that makes sense. I remember what I did last week.
Yeah. So you would know of the battle itself and the concluding army, since that was the main focus of the entire trip. It's like, hey, I'm going to this place that has a lot of money. They get this money because these two wealthy families are pouring into it. It's sort of that situation. You know the cause, but not the specifics. Like
Yeah,
the name
okay.
of the ship. Yeah.
So I know that I know the general the idea of what I was doing,
Yeah.
but not the people. All right, well.
Yeah.
Ford
So
runs
general-
his hand over it ceremoniously, like it means something to him, something deep and meaningful. Puts that big hand over it. Yeah, no, I've got nothing. This is a really old engine, and I think that at one point in time I must have helped them. So he picks his hand off. I guess the big takeaway here is that decades, centuries old. He taps his metal face plate. Think that with this one we were recovering some salvage, but that was a very common operation back then.
Do we think it'll still work?
We're built to last, so yes.
Okay.
So Roya rolls her eyes, obviously, and goes, "So, you're telling me that it has some connection to you? The technology that built you?"
I look down at Roy and be like, I don't know if I appreciate or don't appreciate your sass right now, but I'm definitely hearing what you're saying. And I leave it at that.
It's at this time that Greenheart and Hooper, more of Hooper carrying Greenheart towards you guys.
Right, we gotta go brush your teeth.
So Greenheart's coming?
Greenheart's got to brush his teeth.
I mean,
Greenheart's up.
it's a legit concern. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Greenheart comes like, Greenheart keeps great records. Maybe we should ask him. Or one of these strigoforms, assuming that I know that these are strigoforms as opposed to just owls.
Hey guys.
We call owls.
Owl,
Hey, guys.
Owl Beast, what's
Are
up?
you leaving us?
Are you leaving?
I have to go to the dentist apparently.
What?
Aw.
That's random.
Oh,
Yeah.
we did that on Thursday. Oh, wait, you weren't there.
So I gotta go apparently.
Well, dentist trips are usually only
Um,
like an hour or two, so you can probably be back.
I'll probably be back by the end of the session.
Okay, well you're working.
Sorry.
It's
I
fine.
Looks like
wasn't
the
told
dentist
this,
got the
so.
sneak attack on you.
He really did.
Have you been
Sneaky
flossing?
dentist.
Have you
So-
been flossing?
Don't forget to floss.
Brush.
See you guys.
Floss.
I don't. I was not told when we were doing this. Goodbye.
All right, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Time to ruin the stream.
It's that
Yep,
kind of day.
Time to ruin the stream. I'll get to it after I'm done the sushi. Ow.
Ooh, sushi. Nice.
Well, Hooper is carrying Jacob, who is currently asleep or drunk.
Or drunk.
He's most likely both.
Uh-huh.
So Hooper comes up, 7 foot tall, great owl boy. Ooh, I heard a lot of explosions. Is everyone all right?
Mostly.
We survived.
Raya goes, I hurt my finger a little bit.
Ooh.
Don't lie, Raya.
Poor baby.
I have a question real quick.
What's up?
Do you have a consolidated history outline anywhere, like files, since the start of the establishment of this colony and the end? Like historical
Hooper.
documents.
Hooper looks at you, Cedric. He looks at you. And him being a gentle 7 foot tall owl person he is, he sets down Greenheart very gently onto the sand,
How nice.
pats him, make sure he's okay.
Is he about to say boy?
What?
What?
There it is.
No!
Rude.
Do you,
No!
No.
do you not record it?
No!
Why don't you record it?
Why don't you record your naps?
Why don't you record your face?
And actually, like, green journaling can be very beneficial.
It's very important to keep up with your history and chronicle those. I'm pretty sure there's an entire profession about that. They sing about them. What are they called? Minstrels?
Bards.
Bards? Bards. There you go.
We do have oral traditions.
Mm-hmm.
Can
Sure.
we hear some
I'm
of
sure you
those?
do.
Anything about ships in particular?
No.
Ha 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 ha.
Thanks, Ford.
I'm here to support you, buddy. By the way, good job back there.
Thanks.
Well, I suppose. What exactly are you looking for?
Anything about the Psi engine thing? Like he pointed over to the Psi engine. It has a
No,
couple
I
of
don't
rooms.
think that has anything to do with Strigoform history.
No idea. Like at all. I have only ever seen this in books, which I have.
Books.
This one.
That one. Important ones.
It is. I'm
So-
sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine, Hooper. So we don't have much to work off, do we? Well, how about we just fix it first and then find its history out later? I think that's more important.
Is it missing any parts? Ford asks innocently.
Well, Hooper will flip open the book, flip pages. The hatch should be open. And he will reach over with a freaking out long wingspan. Reaches over and opens up the hatch, which is inside. Everything's filled with water, but you can discern that there are 5 crystals surrounding a golden sphere, kind of like an egg, with wires and gears springing out from the egg, which intertwine with the 5 crystals that surround it. Oh! That looks very wet.
We should probably give it a couple days to dry out, unless we have some magic for it.
Roya starts casting shape water and just kind of just does this like weird thing with her hands and just starts like dumping buckets of water out of it. Just
Ford just watches and says, "Weird flex there, Royal."
Roya, can you teach me how to do that?
Of course I can. LG. I'm surprised.
Can you teach me how to do it?
No.
Well, that's rude.
I like LG. She's so sweet. She's
Yeah,
such a sweetheart.
absolutely. The innocent soul that she is.
She doesn't know what she's doing, okay?
Roya,
Ha 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 ha.
Roya, I have a question real
I
quick.
have many questions for you, but please start.
In or out of character?
In character. So I
Okay.
have to do a better Cedric voice. I just don't know a good voice for him.
You know when I'm in character.
Yeah. You mostly use elemental magic, right?
I don't really know. I haven't really thought about it. I expertise in deceiving the simple-minded, those who are below me.
Yeah. All right. Then this is going
Lots
to
of
LG.
nodding.
Cedric would take something out of his pocket. It would be a silver ring with the image of a crow embedded on it. I think this will be more use to you than me.
Thank you. But what is it?
It enhances elemental magic. What I know, it enhances water, earth, fire. Not sure about air. And secondly, it lets you cast detect magic.
Oh,
Oh,
cool. She puts it on her finger.
It doesn't enhance.
Gotta
elemental
kneel,
magic.
Cedric.
From his identification, that's what Cedric got from it, though.
It doesn't enhance elemental magic. It has traces of it.
Traces. Well, might as well give it to someone who's elemental in nature. Maybe he'll awaken something.
so it was less of a kind gift and more of just a straight-faced lie.
Right.
Not an intentional one. Not an intentional one.
Ildry's probably gonna use identify on it later when she's just because she's curious. Like, that sounds cool. I want to know how that works. So later she's gonna do that.
Well, it
Alright.
wasn't an intentional lie, all right?
We'll find out.
Ryden's just like, and now it's a ring of electrify.
So, Roya, as you're finished dumping out all the water, inside, Hubert would be able to point out each piece of it and what exactly is broken. For example, the golden egg-like structure is, well, after removing all the water, it looks like iron. And from a general detect magic, it seems to have evocation. And the 5 crystals seem coating in a metal that he doesn't recognize. Ford, Ildry, or Cedric, one of you can roll with advantage for a no, this would be just straight intelligence.
Well,
Me
I will,
with
Mine is a +1.
yeah. Look at you, Cedric.
Alright, Cedric time?
Oh yeah, this is your session, buddy. Tell
I
us
am wiser than I am
Well-
smart.
Tell us the things. Tell us
Well-
the things better than that.
I hate being Cedric.
Even Cedric hates being Cedric.
Ooh, advantage.
Well,
You know that these crystals are coated in mithril. They seem mostly intact,
it's mythical metal.
and They have a slight magical vibe to them. Not sure which one though.
3 things: mithril, magic, and yeah. So I know it's coded out of mithril.
And yes. What's the third thing? You said there were 3 things.
That's the third thing.
Oh yeah.
That's the third thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
I'm not an expert sci engines, all right.
Hey, look, doing a lot better than all of us.
So I know this is a long shot, right? But is there? I guess the only one that would really know any information from Ford or anything would be Trash, because that's how they are.
Trash.
Roya, what
Because they're in love. Yes.
Yeah, my personal engineer.
to Roya
The love of your life. Admit it.
my tiny panda. Come here, tiny panda.
to Roya, this looks like a rocket engine. So that's how much information. Is that about right? Like, if I was looking at like a rocket engine, I'm just like,
Yep.
Yep.
Like, what is this? These are two. What does this do?
right.
I
okay.
saw the Sky engine on the other ship, so I would hopefully at least recognize what this is, or that
You
it's a part
saw
of a
the
ship.
Outer. None of you actually opened up the hood.
No, oh
Okay.
no. Ildry got pretty
No,
close to
because
that
remember
damn
I
thing.
got murdered by it almost.
That's right.
Touched it, and then the resonations came out and temporarily severed your connection. You didn't see.
Oh, so it had
underneath-
like a shield around it, or like
Yeah,
was
it
in
had
a-
like so. That's why Cooper had to peel
Okay.
back the lever in the hatch to get inside of the nitty gritty.
Gotcha.
Ford,
Cedric.
how important is this, would you say, on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say it's a 9. There are not that many left of them. We can do some very interesting things with them. I'm rather particular of having one of these. But it's not like
Do you
napping
think-
on the ocean floor.
But think of the things we could do with the mithril.
I literally like just glare, which is just stare lovingly at Roya, because it's the same facial expression.
Yeah, Roya thinks you
I-
think it's a great idea.
That sounds about right.
Do you think 10 minutes is enough to go through it?
Before we do that, perhaps we should check its. What is this? Its core.
I thought we did that.
I
No,
can ask Agma about it.
This egg this egg covering. It's a sheath. The core itself is inside. How do you open it? This might take me a while.
Well, fortunately,
I-
you've got plenty of time to build the ship around this thing, so...
That didn't take long at all. Yes.
Do you have an idea?
Cedric, what are you thinking, buddy?
Cedric would just get on his knees as he'd begin talking.
Cedric,
essentially.
plan. You gotta
So-
articulate what you're doing, because this is just getting weird.
Agma.
Okay, thank you.
So Cedric would begin muttering a prayer to himself, specifically asking for him to be blessed with the knowledge of psi engines. Specifically, weird requests. So he'd be using his channel divinity on knowledge of the ages to get proficiency with psi engines or whatever tool or skill
Cool,
would
sci engineering.
psi engineering.
So, you know a lot about tinkering now, and you know a lot about tools.
Is that ice cream?
Wait,
But
DM, could you do me a favor though? Could you tell us how that happens?
Yeah,
Like-
I want to know.
Yeah, we
What
want to
does the
know what.
brain blast look
Does he
like?
get hit by like
What
a brain book? Like, how does this happen?
Does a book fall out of the sky and just bang him on the head, and that's how the information changes?
So, a light constructed book descends from the heavens at a very slow pace, and then about 10 feet above Cedric's head, while he's still praying and his eyes closed, it falls down at about 60 feet per second, and stops right on top of his head. And then it disappears because it's made out of light.
See, even gods think that direct action sometimes speeds things up.
Thanks. Thank you, Agma. Thanks. And Cedric would just pop over and go over to the psi engine and begin seriously examining it and trying to figure out
Cedric, you do get a little message from Agma. Check your whispers.
Check the whispers, yo.
Check them wisps.
Roya will make a generic smartass comment to Ildri about how ridiculous that was.
Thanks for the
That's
manual.
weird.
Generic.
As he says that, you notice the book in Hubert's hand glow. Only you can see that.
Who is you?
Could you hand me that book for a second?
Oh, of course. He'll hand it to you. Hand it to Cedric.
Cedric would open the book up and begin flicking through the pages, seeing which one would seem the brightest. Like if there was any that was like very bright to indicate.
Okay. As you're reading, you have a very good knowledge of the Psycore now, because you have Blessed by Tinkering, and also you actually read the manual. Read the manual, guys. It's a very important skill. So, what you're looking at right now is the Psi engine itself, and inside is the
Inside. Sorry.
Yes. Inside of it are the mithril-coated crystals, and currently what you're looking at is the frequosphere, which is the combination of the amp sheath and the psycho resonator. The amp sheath being the wrapping around the sphere.
Yeah.
So if you were to essentially pop it on like a spear, rotate it, and open it up like an egg, inside would be what is supposed to be the psycho resonator.
Would Cedric know if it's safe to do this without like any additional?
Oh yeah, it's very safe since it's inactive. It's
Thank
inactive,
And,
so it's
then,
very
then Cedric dies of psycho radiation.
Cedric would do this, opening the amp sphere sheath like an egg, popping it open and looking inside to see the core.
It's pretty. Give me a strength check.
Oh no! Ford, please, bro. Can Ford help?
Will
Ford.
you ask?
I could. I don't know if I will.
Ford. Ford,
Yes,
can you
yes.
help?
Yes,
I
yes.
can't turn.
Cedric, if it's you, buddy, I'll help. What do you need me to do?
I can't turn this.
All right.
It's like trying to turn, like really trying to turn it.
Can you open my peanut butter?
I don't know. That's a little strange. That's gonna be a very strange flex for me to do. Let me help you out. So I literally go help him.
So,
Open the core.
Thank you for opening my jar of pickles open.
You're
Forward.
welcome.
18 strength,
Yes.
large.
Yes.
Or you open it up, no problem.
Absolutely. I have to be careful not to break it, I'd imagine. So I'm like, don't break the egg.
Fairly, it's it has little. Since it's been in water for a long time, it has a little bit of rust. As you open it up, inside is what seems to be a side core. A side core, but it's torn. The side core itself is spherical and has a small gash that runs across the side, and it's large enough that inside you see only two small spherical, about 2-inch diameter
Two lodestones. We need 2 more lodestones. And Cedric would go in and would he know if it's... I have to ask this just so I don't explode somehow. Is it safe to try to mend the core? Like...
Do you not know?
What are you
Those,
mending?
Like trying to repair the damage that was done. Like, would it be possible to repair the damage done to the core at all? Or...
For context,
Yeah.
it is missing
2 lodestones.
It is missing 2 lodestone spheres. So by mending it, you would close up the hole.
Yeah, never mind.
So probs don't do that.
I thought you were describing it as like sort of like split somehow. Like by
No. There is a small
2 holes.
hole in the
holes.
side core, and inside is missing 2 lodestones. There are 2
Yeah.
in there. You're supposed to have 4.
So Cedric would look over. It needs 2 lodestones for the core to activate again. I don't see any other damage that's obvious.
Are there
Does
some
anyone
around?
have?
Yeah.
Well, I know lodestones are a component of spells. So does anyone have a component pouch?
We look at Hooper.
no.
At least I look at Hooper. The resident
I have a
magic
focus.
shop.
I do.
Good. Can you get them?
Sure.
It's a team effort, Hubert. Appreciate you,
Down.
buddy.
You want an emerald for it? I'll give you an emerald.
No, it's alright.
Look at
You know
that.
you don't have to
probably
do anything you don't want to.
Oh, but I want to help. It's just, I only have 2. And you need 2.
We need all 2. Is there seriously is that big of a deal? I didn't know that. Okay.
Hooper just looks at you. Just looks at you, Roya. Just looks at you, like wizard to wizard. Like, is it that big of a deal? Like,
Yeah.
what-
Stop taking my favorite beaker.
Okay, I get it. You probably don't get that many shipments of magical items to this island, okay? Yeah, I get it.
Hooper comes back with 2 lodestones that are fairly large enough to fit in. Well, not large enough to fit in his hand, but it's large enough to fit in Ildry's hands. So about it's fairly big, about 4 inches, 4 inches each side,
Oh, wow.
and it's fairly big, fairly
big stone.
hefty lodestones.
Hmm.
There are 2 of them.
Cedric looks over. These require 2-inch lodestones. Can we split lodestones? Yeah, like.
I've never tried.
Maybe don't try now.
Well, we're gonna need 2-inch ones because those ones are way too big for this.
And apparently they'll need to be spherical. Like beads.
I feel like we should get like a gemologist or something to do that.
Maybe we could sand them down, or
From what I understand about lodestones, they're basically like magnets, right? There's like a pair, right? Is that the idea? Okay, so like, but when you split a magnet, you just get more magnets.
yeah.
So in theory, it could be possible. What are lodestones made out of?
I just don't want us to destroy them by accident.
A lodestone is a naturally magnetized piece of the mineral magnetite. They are
Hey!
property of magnetism was first discovered in antiquity through lodestones.
Good.
So it's literally just 2 big ass magnets.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So if we need to make smaller ones, we'll be fine.
Yes.
Okay,
Try
cool.
Splitting one of those lodestones.
How?
It's just
So,
Roya will point
Put 'em
to Ford's fists.
I don't think
yeah,
that
he
would be a very clean smashing. I think you're gonna get a
Yeah.
lot of lodestones if I do that. But I'm willing to
Again,
smash
I feel like
things.
Does
somebody
anyone have a sharp implement?
like a knife.
And I hold up a
Whereas-
dagger.
Sword.
I was thinking a bit sharper. And
Are you looking for a chisel? Is that your goal here? Chisel?
Yeah.
Okay.
that would work.
Mr. Hooper, are there any like geologists or gemologists or people who work with rocks in town?
Masons.
Hubert looks at you. Then
Hooper.
You guys got
points
buildings.
to all of he points to all of the grass, tree, and wood-made houses.
I then look at the giant fucking mountain in the distance that's made of probably stone.
Really? Nobody goes to that at all?
Roy's gonna say, well, obviously we don't have a mason in our group unless Cedric apparently you studied masonry too, and you're gonna be bound by the gods.
Oh, yes. I don't know. That book situation was pretty impressive to watch. Maybe there's a Mason book coming.
I
Yeah.
can't. Agma does not like when I try to do that multiple times in a short period.
Well, I'm pretty sure Og won't understand our situation since he points around to this island of birds. None of us know how to split a rock in half. I, too, as a deity, would be a little concerned about being called up for that.
I'm gonna regret this. Cedric would get back to his knees.
That sentence.
Yeah, I'm gonna regret this.
Crazy,
I go
man.
one way, I know.
Crazy.
Right next to each other, too.
Cedric would get back down to his knees though, as he'd get back down to the prayer position. Agma, I'm sorry. I've talked to you in the past 5 minutes, but gonna need some of your help again. Sorry, I'm really sorry. sort of stuck here. And sorry. Please don't hit me with a giant book. Please don't hit me with a giant book.
Roll persuasion.
There you go. We're gonna happen.
That could be worse.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So, as you're on your knees begging for this book,
I beg not to be hit with a giant book.
Yep.
But you're also begging for a book. It's interesting.
the sand forms in front of you into a dark brown manual with the title saying Cedric, how to work with clay. Cedric, you'll be here all day.
At least it wasn't a giant book. And Cedric would open the manual up, looking at the first page.
You gain proficiency in mason tools as you read and look over, and it tells you not only how to deal with clay, but it talks about stone, talks about lodestones. Actually, it talks about lodestones in very great detail, almost as if it was put there for this specific purpose, because Ogma somehow knew to gloss over that section because you're a speed reader.
Roya will mutter, well, that was disappointing.
I don't know. I mean, it seems like there's this newfound respect that Cedric has with Ogma.
Gotta say, it'd be really cool to have access to books like that all the time.
Or just to
I'm
call
obviously Ogma's favorite still, though.
I mean,
So-
go pray.
Are you friends with Ogma?
Cedric would look for
Pray-
any
pray-
section about replication or like splitting of lodestones or like
I
the
didn't
tools.
know that about you, right?
Like what tools do you need to work with lodestones?
It recommends a chisel for new people, though it does not stray away from unorthodox means, such as using vibrations to demagnetize it. So then, it's a very tricky slope. However, it also talks about actually cutting it down, which will take a while, and we'll go through several daggers and knives, or simply crushing it and then forcing it back. Blacksmithing is sometimes a good option. It has a lot of options.
Cedric would look over to Ford.
I look down to Cedric because he's several feet down there. Yep.
You can crush these and we can reform them actually. So you can just take one and we can make two 2-inch ones. It might take a bit of time.
Ford extends his arms. He stretches them out, even though he really doesn't have any ligaments, no tendons. He stretches them back. Your advice is that I pulverize rocks, literally pound rocks.
Well, they're useful rocks.
They
We
are.
need them to be smaller.
You are the smart one here, Cedric. So if you say that this is what we should do, I will get to smashing.
Well, this is what I have seen. Well, you could use your resonation thing, but I think that would be trickier than just reforming them. Or
What do you
we could
mean
just
by resonate? I'm not following that piece. I understand force against rock equals sand. Got that. History with doing that. What do you mean by resonating it? What's that going to do to it?
The properties of the lodestones and your resonation seem to have an effect that could split it apart or change it in some way that we could use it, but it probably would just be easier to smash it.
Okay. Are there any dissenting opinions to smashing rocks? Looks to
Roya-
Ildri and Roya.
Roya will point out that she just gave that suggestion 2 minutes ago and implies that Ogma obviously gave her that information before Cedric.
You know, arguing who Ogma talks to doesn't get us anywhere. Anyways, Ford could just smash it.
Obviously, they would say that.
Is this?
Okay, sorry. keep
Ford looks around for some aloe vera for that sick burn. All right, I'm gonna go smash rocks, I guess.
Okay.
Am
Are you resonating?
I resonating? I'm taking Cedric's advice here not to resonate. So no, I will not be resonating. If I found it's a bad idea later, I'll be like, okay.
Let me reread the book just to make sure. Let me reread just to check. You gotta double check just to make sure.
Check the
As you're
appendix.
reading.
Check the footnotes.
Being very, very good. You don't see any words except the ones in bold. Let the Warforged Juggernaut resonate and not break the lodestone.
So Ford is like holding up a rock.
Stop. All right, resonate. That's what I'm getting now from Agma. Resonate. I don't know what level.
I start at 1.
All right, let's start at 1.
And it also says, tell Roya to read more books.
Roya. Also, Agma says read more books.
Roya does not like that.
It's all right.
And it's obvious on her face.
I'm delivering the message. I'm just a messenger.
Now do I start resonating it then? As she seems so disappointed and deadpan, I just do this above Roya's head. Just
like
Roya starts cracking her knuckles and says, well, you know what they say about messengers.
They get
It's
shot with
don't
bows a lot.
kill them.
Or don't kill. Yeah, don't kill them. Are you planning on murdering Cedric?
I guess technically just don't shoot them. It doesn't really say anything about killing them, but I feel like that's implied.
Ford, as you resonate, make me 2 things. 1, give me a straight strength check.
I use guidance.
1 sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of hand. And guidance? Okay, I'll roll the guidance as well. Oh, suck it!
Bam!
Here's my guidance for the not natural 20. Oh, 1. Okay, so 16 and a natural 20.
So, 4, as you're resonating,
like a boss,
the dirt around you, the sand around you floats up to your knees, and the lodestone levitates in between each of your palms. And as your fist makes contact with the stone, it simultaneously breaks down and reshapes into a perfect 2-inch lodestone sphere. And you feel the harmony as if you yourself are a gifted mason and have been crafting stone and bricks and such for your entire lifetime. You feel as if you are the lodestone, a harmony.
I am the
unity.
stone. I pull an I am Groot. I am stone. I am stone. I am stone. And then I have
You now
stones.
have a 2-inch spherical lodestone piece in your palm that is levitating.
Cool. Do I have 2 of them because I broke it in half?
That was the plan.
That was the plan.
To make one 4-inch into 2 inches.
Is it 2 pairs? Is that what we're missing, or 2 total? Like
2
1
total.
pair. Okay, so 1 pair.
1 pair.
Because
Yeah,
you
1
need a
pair.
pair, right? Okay.
So
Without going too crazy into mass, I think you can actually split that and have like a 4th. But yeah.
you do have a pretty large piece left, so I'll say roll again.
Oh no.
With the strength check and the sleight of hand.
Sure, why not?
Guidance again?
Of course. Here's my strength.
Guidance.
I'll need guys for the sleight of hand. That's for damn sure. That was an 8.
Yeah.
Alright, so my strength check comes out at a meaty 19, and my sleight of hand comes out at a meaty 9.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lump.
This one is a bit more jagged, but with a few more seconds of concentration, you do manage to get it to a similar size as the other one. And now you have
Fantastic.
2 lodestone spheres.
Cool. Well,
Cedric.
I hand them over to Cedric.
The power of harmony.
Power of harmony.
Should work now, as Cedric would load the lodestones into their appropriate slots.
Load the
That-
lodestones.
And he'd
Okay.
take cover of the how to activate it. Do you have to have the cover on or off?
It says that you need the 4 lodestones into the side core, and then you will need the amp sheath to be fully powered with evocation magic and be gold or silver, and for the mithril crystals to have transmutation magic.
Evocation magic. Does it need to be on or off, like the shell? Like, is it like on the inside or outside? Of the,
All of the materials I just listed are inside.
inside it.
Are inside the engine. The mithril crystals are around the core and the amp sheath.
Cedric. Cedric would just look and feel his divine presence be gone with no spell slots. Who here is good with evocation?
I have quite a bit.
Come over here, please.
Okay.
Cedric would point to the amp sheath. You need to imbue this with evocation magic. Just
What are you doing, Roya?
Okay. And I'll touch it and cast Shocking Grasp.
She has declared her action.
She
So
declared.
let's see what happens.
I stand in front of Roya like a protective father, like one leg, like stomp.
That was all of the instruction I was given was evocation, and that's the spell I had open at the time.
So she has taken taken her hand off the chess piece.
Before
Let's see what
I
happens.
say it, you have a
Card
chance.
played is card played.
Well, all right.
As we blow up the island.
If anybody wants to say something before I finish the
I don't know what
spell,
evocation magic is.
you just see lightning starting
I'm
to
like,
like
that's
blow
cool.
on my hand.
I mean, I obviously I have the spell, so like I obviously would know what you're doing here.
Yep.
But like, I'm assuming that
But
like
Roya.
you would be. I mean, she would stop it too.
It's a cantrip. It probably wouldn't do a whole fuck ton of damage to the thing either way, but still.
Ildri, do you have any evocation spells that are guaranteed not to cause any damage?
Yeah. And I'll switch it from Shocking Grasp to Light.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. So the amp sheath is now light. It is very bright, and you can see a lot better. And through the blinding light, you can. It's not gold. It's iron. The amp sheath is iron.
Guys, we have a
Yeah.
problem. We need a gold or silver one of these things, and this is literally just straight iron.
Iron. You know, back in the day, and he like makes the
Please.
old man emotion. I recall alchemists always trying to take iron. Oh, was it iron? No, it was something else. Lead? Mercury,
Lead,
sure.
Lead and
Lead.
mercury.
Turning it into like platinum or gold or something. That's still a thing, isn't it?
Probably. But I
Sounds
don't
like-
know any alchemists.
About to say, it sounds like we need an alchemist.
Or some
Roya,
kind of transmuter.
Roya, make an arcana.
That sounds
check.
intelligent.
I have a couple of transmutation spells, but I don't think they'd turn anything into gold.
Okay.
That's
Intel-
usually
Arcana?
higher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ah!
So, Roya, you get a sort of detective mode moment of what happened and why everything is so bad. Looking in, you can get faint whiffs and sort of intuition about the mithril crystals, which have transmutation, may have leaked out and touched the amp sheath, which turned it into gold, turned it from gold into iron. And
Okay.
it was able to do so at a very fast rate due to the evocation magic amplifying it.
Okay, cool. So Roya will be mid-quip when she all of a sudden gets a brain blast, a little light. So what exactly happens is she does this, right, and thinking, and then a little minor illusion light bulb occurs over her head,
Sorry.
holding the light bulb. And Roya at this point will go, oh, obviously obviously some magic is leaking in. That used to be a gold sheet. That fucking sucks.
Well, we either have to mine silver or gold, buy it somewhere, or get better transmutation magic, because this is
Well-
not working until this is gold or silver.
Question:
Well-
Didn't one of those stones need transportation magic?
Well, what I'm thinking is,
Because
if it
if
was,
we filled it and then it leaked again, couldn't it just do the reverse?
yeah, I was thinking, well, if you cast light, then if someone can cast darkness, then maybe that'll work better.
I don't have that. I have Gustus transmutation though.
I'm pretty sure from the light being casted, that's literally just the light showing it was iron, right? Because it was pretty dark inside the
Mhm.
engine. Yeah, that's so. It was just literally the light showing that it was
Roya?
iron.
With your 21, you get the sense that you'll need something
I'll need what?
like a transfusion of blood. You can't
Okay.
just throw blood at something and then expect it to have more blood. It needs to be transfused into it through a very specific process.
So it's a multi-step process, is what you're telling me.
It is indeed a multi-step process.
It is a multi-step process that is more than just handing the person the blood bag.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, what I would think is we need to go through a process and actually make our peace, right?
Ford just stares at Roya, lovingly, hatingly, confused, angry. The same face, really.
Would Ildry know anything about how to transfuse magic into something?
Make Arcana.
Arcana?
Arcana check, yes.
When you wish your DM's PC was actually playing with us.
Right? Just summoning,
mean,
summoning Gabe.
If a nat 20 doesn't do it, I don't know.
Everywhere. So, nat 20, with some primal inspiration from Raijin, you feel as if it's simple, but not easy. Essentially, what you would have to do is start the spell and then siphon the energy from it into the object you wished. So, for example, if you were to do a transmutation spell, you would have to stop mid-spell and then find some way to move the energy from the transmutation into the crystal.
Alright, is that something I feel like I could try doing?
It's fairly possible, given the fact that Ford can do something similar with his resonation, since he can push out energy. It might be possible to push it out and for him to move it over.
Okay. So if I'm understanding this correctly, I would need to stop my spell in the middle of it and ask Ford to push the magic into it? Is that, or is it something I could do entirely by myself?
It's something that it's a group effort.
Okay.
Ford, you know how you can do the resonating thing and push energy around?
Yeah, yes, I do.
If I made a ball of energy, could you push it into the stone?
Yes, I can do that. How strong do I need to be resonating? Do you know?
I don't think it's very strong. I don't really. Here, if you can
Practice
follow me
rounds.
just over here a little bit, we can do a practice.
It's like Ildry and Ford playing catch.
Yes.
Cedric would check his non-existent watch. How many minutes has it been since 10 minutes ago? I should say.
Just checks this on.
Am I still an expert in this niche object?
I mean,
Yeah.
yours is just knowledge. Yours is just wizard knowledge, because you are a wizard.
No, her is Cedric.
Yeah, Cedric.
Has it been
Cedric,
10?
you got some time left, bud, but it's like 4 minutes.
Roya has her natural talent. She doesn't need someone holding her hand.
I don't
Roya's being a little sassball tonight.
Oh yeah, love it.
Rory's
So is
being
her player character player.
Rory's being threatened. The new Cedric.
First it was all let's be friends, everybody. Now it's all fuck y'all.
Fuck yeah.
This is the very
I
best.
don't know how well that will even work still. It specifies that it should be silver or gold. It might still work, but it probably won't be that efficient.
Will it be functional?
Maybe.
Okay.
Again, if it's still leaking the transmutation magic, there's a chance it'll just go back.
Does it seem
Right.
more plausible than
Then we have
finding
to stop
silver
the
and gold? This seems more plausible than finding silver and gold, though, right?
With my super awesome Arcana knowledge roll, would I be able to know if that leaking theory would work or not?
There is something similar to it. Essentially, you need to reverse the process, either by taking the transmutation out or doing it again.
Okay.
Like repeating the process that caused it to change into iron in the first place.
So the leaking theory.
Yes, leaking theory.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I think that leaking thing probably our best bet at the moment. As soon as Ford and I get this energy moving stuff down.
We're like just passing the energy ball around.
Look.
So, Ildry, do you have any transmutation magic?
I do. I have Gust, which is transmutation.
Roya sits down. Sorry, continue.
So, Gust is first level,
Cantrip.
correct? Cantrip.
I have a transmutation cantrip actually too, so I don't know if
I got 2 hands.
Transmutation, you get the feeling it has to be higher than a cantrip.
Okay.
Just something higher than a cantrip.
In that case, I have nothing that would work.
I don't have anything quite strong enough. Does anybody happen to know any transmutation magic that would be more than beginner level?
Nope.
Hold on.
Okay, I look at Roya as Hoopert's talking.
Yeah, I'm mostly looking at Roya here, like, what you do?
Come save us, Roya, with your
What
you do,
wizardly
Greg?
knowledge.
So Roya and
What's that magic do, girl?
Roya and her player both look up and go, "Huh?"
Do you have any transmutation magic higher than cantrip?
And then she looks at her spells.
Both her
Just
player
look for the
and her
ball.
player character.
Maybe if we use multiple we could combine energy.
I do actually.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I mean, I
have
don't know
one.
what Hoopert's doing, but it's very entertaining.
He's checking his spells, y'all.
Lots of pages.
Bro, how long is a spell book? Does he have like 50 pages on each spell, or does he have?
He's got a spell.
book.
It's
It's
a
a spell
spell.
tome.
Encyclopedia Britannica. It's just the endless book.
Eldry just like feels her tiny thin ritual book in her bag and gets a little jealous. She gets a
So,
little
right-
tome envy.
So Roya goes, yeah, of course I do. You've seen me use it before."
Is
Sorry, I've seen a lot of stuff, so I forget a lot.
No.
But if you could do the same kind of thing that we're doing here with that, it might help fix this.
Roya puts her hands together and goes, "Okay, how would you like me to alter it?"
Yep, that's yep.
Well, we want that gold.
Okay, I'll think gold. But when we get started,
Good.
What are you casting?
so she has alter self. So she's,
Good.
but that's a self spell. So like, yeah. So
Well,
So what we're gonna need you to do is start the spell and then stop it, and then Ford's gonna take the energy and put it in there.
yeah, let me.
okay.
I just stare at
Begin.
Roya. Mm-hmm.
Cedric could begin
Right.
casting mending, the transmutation spell, like preparing to like give the energy over to Ford.
So
Just to
we're
help.
he's like the calibration if I overdo it, for example, or underdo
Ah.
it. He's the
Okay.
he's the fine tuning. Roy is the force.
Okay, so Ford, Roya, as you begin to cast your spell, doing the several hand movements and words available and needed and material components, the magic starts to coalesce slowly as your form starts to shape and wisps of transmutation magic splinter off before becoming grains of sand. Looking at the process very slowly, it's very easy to see how this transmutation and it differs from others such as evocation or abjuration, since the very thin wisps of magic itself transform into solid objects or air. It's very unpredictable, but it does form. So, Ford, what are you resonating at?
I'm gonna start. Let's see if it's a level 1 spell. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go up to 4. 4 for
Right.
Ford.
The 1 to 11, the 0 to 11 doesn't really apply here. It's like low, medium, high type of.
Oh well, in that case, I'll be resonating at medium.
Gotcha. So, as you resonate, and the energy shapes itself and swirls around Roya, but as you resonate, it repulses away from her and starts like water. Throwing a rock in the water, the energy sort of repels away, but comes back like Jello.
Jello.
So your resonations are pushing it away, but then it comes back to Roya.
Oh, then I'll just take that shit to high.
Okay. Are you high normally? Forward? Or
I mean,
reverse?
I don't know if I'm high normally.
Because reverse was how you attracted the infernal energy.
Correct. So you're asking if am I multiplying by -1? So yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will invert the frequency.
Okay.
He's
As
crossing
you
the
enter-
I'm
beams.
crossing the beams.
Demon engine.
As you reverse it, the energy at a high frequency is literally ripped from Roya very quickly and suddenly, and now you have a ball of white, ever-changing, pure arcane magic.
I feel the
And
power.
it's ripping sand.
So it's
Seems
Ford a
really
spellcaster.
dangerous.
Right?
Ford's a spellcaster now.
This is what it's like to cast magic.
It's pretty cool.
It is very impressive. I can see why you guys like it so much. So I go over to the engine, and then I guess now I need to put it in there. So crossing the beams again, right?
Where are you
We're
putting it?
gonna practice first.
I mean, this
Yeah.
was the press. This is
Ian-
it's a
Put it
spell
in the
slide.
Amp sheath.
I follow Cedric's expert instructions.
Wait.
Here-
Freaker spear. Freaker spear. Excuse me.
So
Amp sheath.
this all is like cool. The round thing and the doozy bob. So everything to Ford is just an object. So I listen to Cedric and I put it where he asks me to.
Okay.
Freaker spear.
So- As you
Doozy
put it
Bob.
around Freaker Sphere, the energy envelops it completely before condensing around the amp sheet and spinning in a very fast circular motion before stopping and being absorbed into the amp sheet, which turns the iron into gold.
Look at this. Look at all the victories that we're accomplishing today.
You know, if I'm gonna be real with you, if it's that easy to turn things into gold, why hasn't the world economy crashed by now?
Cedric, you should ask Ogma that. I feel like he'll have a very good answer for you.
I've already asked him to.
He's afraid to ask that money questions.
I'm not getting the bookshelf. I ain't getting the bookshelf.
He was making so much progress too.
All right, so what's left to repair this resonator, Cedric?
The amp sheath, now that it's gold, sorry, needs evocation magic.
Okay.
Oh, I got a lot of that.
Yeah, this should be easier. So, same thing.
Okie dokie.
Do I still have to use a higher than a cantrip?
You do.
Okay, I'll do Thunder Wave.
At what level?
Level 1.
Okay.
He asked you what level, you gotta do level 2 now.
Ha ha.
Do I have to? Because I can do it at level 2.
As we all get electrocuted. Oh, thunder! No, as we all has our eardrums all burst that have them.
Yeah.
It's better
I
to do
think-
it level. It's better to do it at level 1 and not to work than do it at level 2 and we all explode.
It's true.
I think the answer is how much do you like Ildry?
I like her a lot.
Oh, no, it's
So she's
I-
like,
If it doesn't work at level 1, I do have a level 2 slot left.
yeah.
okay. So let's go through the process with level 1. Everyone assume your positions.
I put a gigantic metal leg in front of Roya. That's the position.
Roy takes the dodge action.
Cedric would be like sort of like watch like sort of assisting, like trying to like guide it with guidance.
With guidance.
I know.
So,
Not literally guidance,
as
but
You gotta
as you
mansplain
get
it to her.
energy, you feel whole. Yes, your hair stands on end as it rises up and feels like an ecstatic field is literally dancing on top of your head. And as you cast the spell, as your hands, how you casting your spell, girl? How you casting your spell?
Usually when I do Thunder Wave, it's like a push out.
Okay. So, as it's slowly forming, it seems as if waves of pure destructive magic are resonating from her palms. And as she splits them out, you see a very whizzing small object of magic. Unlike transmutation, where it was pure white, this is more of a dull gray. Boy, what frequency you at?
Oh, I'm doing the frequency thing. Well, like I'll moderate and stay right.
All right.
Worked well enough last time. I wasn't going crazy about it. With it being destructive magic, I don't want it hitting me faster.
Right. Moderate and inverse.
Correct.
So, as you hold your hands out, like passing a ball, just casually passing the ball to your best friend, the magic slowly zooms, and its erratic motion and behavior sort of seems appropriate for evocation. And as you feel it forward, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Have good constitution, right?
I have a good constitution, huh? Proficiency in it. Oof, one.
Oh, can I give
boy.
them advantage because we've practiced this?
Slam.
Yeah, I will definitely burn my inspiration on that. Thank you, bye. I don't want to roll a 1.
This is exactly why I give you guys inspiration.
Yep, I'm gonna use it.
Oh man.
So, Ford, as you're handling it, you get a little bit startled as it jumps forward and gets close to your face, and you feel yourself actually feeling something. A searing pain as bits of your
I am very
your
powerful.
lens and your lens melt slightly.
Oh,
But
goody.
then you get it back to control.
Oh, good. Just melted lens. I'll make my droop eye situation. Okay. Put it back where it needs to be.
Sorry.
So as you put it back, droop lens.
Following the
no.
directions from Cedric to the best of my blindly
No.
ability.
Darn it, Ford. Why'd you say droop lens? No. Yeah, Ford, make dexterity check.
Why?
You can put it in correctly.
You're the one that I can't see.
Come on.
Got.
Oh, God.
All right, Ford, put it in the amp sheath.
All right. Well, there you go. It's your 5.
No.
Wait, why is he doing that? Because his con save was a 20, so he would have saved on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
He used his inspiration, so he didn't do the nat one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The con thing was a 20. You burned
Yeah,
inspiration.
it is a 20.
Okay.
But then it's for roleplay purposes. Because you said, oh, is it mouth to see? Oh.
No, I can't.
Buddy.
Can't see. But as you do, sure, I can
Okay.
blow things up.
As one does. Oh, that's save. That's what it's saying?
Do you want to check or do you want to save?
Check.
All right. Well, there you go. So much. 3 higher. 8.
Better. So, bit familiar. Did it once before. And you crash out of in. And you think you did it good.
I mean, I hope that Cedric, who can see with his eyes, is at least telling me what the hell I'm doing.
Amp sheath. Amp sheath.
All right. Well, what?
Tell him left or right.
Yes.
All right. What direction
Everyone
is he on?
else sees this destructive orb fidgets in Ford's hands. And he does manage to successfully put it near the amp sheath. And it seems to be resisting, like trying to push a cat in the water, like no, like it's very very adamant about not.
Oh, I'm about to release this thing at high.
No.
It's resisting very very much.
It's resisting. I start going towards high. It makes an audible whizzing sound.
Am I still connected to this magic at all? Can I help him shift it into the right place?
I have a question. Okay, can I instruct Tiny Fang to jump onto his arm and to help him direct?
Thank God. Yes. I use tactile
Tiny Fang.
sense.
I'm
Yes,
sorry, I
the
just
hell.
Can I
And with that, Tiny Fang actually crawls down your arm and helps you steady it as you resonate. And for a second, he's there, and you push the evocation magic into the amp sheath with lands with a.
Is it in? At this point, I feel like I'm blind. Is it in or not? That's what he said. Is it in?
There's a beeping sound that's new, so I think it's in.
I think we have to close it. Close it.
What?
And it keeps beeping. And Tiny Fang is gone because he's on high frequency and he's dispersed now.
Fantastic.
I mean,
And it just keeps beeping.
Would Cedric know why it's beeping?
why is it beeping? Did we just generate a fireball? Because they're in
Is
a
this
or a
a
bomb.
good beep or a bad beep?
I think I speak frequency, right? I speak obviously word forge. Is it talking to me?
It is.
Oh, well, I listened to it.
Transmute. Transmute. Transmute.
Wait, I know this one. Transmute. Yeah,
Transmute.
that's a
Mithril.
that is a great
Mithril.
Warforged song.
And it's Mithril.
Mithril.
Crystal.
Mithril
Transmute.
crystal.
Mithril.
Mithril crystal. Mithril
More
crystal.
transmutation power. More transmutation.
Transmutate.
That's Roya.
Okay. So she'll just start thinking about turning into a seahorse and we'll just you can see the magic, and she starts pulling from the web of magic and mana.
I can't see it.
Alright.
I actually go down to Cedric to fix my damn eyes.
Yeah, maybe we should fix that.
My
first.
lens look like melted, like bubbled up.
How many
lens.
minutes do we have left? How many minutes do we have left?
For your masonry tools?
Yeah, and like being a big brain boy with psi engines.
1
I
minute.
mean,
1
We have
minute.
to wait like a day because
This
we
is
ran
for
out of
Mason,
time.
Mending
Make
takes
some
1
tools,
minute.
Cedric.
Oh.
I mean, we've got it kind of down now. It's talking to Ford and telling us what it needs, and we know how to transmute now.
Yep.
So if your big brainness goes away on that, I think we'll be
Transmute
okay.
faster. Transmute faster.
Transmute faster.
Alright,
I'm just
Ford, start
translating.
doing it. Cedric will begin casting mending while he's saying, "Do it. Start doing it now."
I'm
Like,
doing the
So-
thing.
Does Roya
So-
start doing the thing as well? Yeah,
All
Roya's doing. Was I instructed
Roya,
to do the thing?
How many spell slots?
Yes.
Do you have any more spell slots to cast?
I have two second level slots left.
You can
Is
use
that
second level
subtracting
slot.
from the one you already used?
Yes.
All right. So, just checking how many transmute
Arcane
spell slots you got,
recovery,
bros.
bro.
This is going to be important. So,
Oh
as
wait.
you-
No, I was incorrect. I only have one left. I'm sorry. No, that was
Alright.
this is the last second level slot.
All right. So, as you're using it, and the mutation magic gets up and radiates, and Ford lifts it up very majestic-like, and he goes over, puts it into the mithril crystal. It hums with a resounding.
It's not telling me anything, you guys. It's singing to me. Being serenaded by
One,
more.
You have
That's
any more
what Ford hears.
Alright, so more transmutation. Roya, you're up.
Yeah, she does. She does so. She thinks about seahorses.
Do you have any spell slots to cast it?
Oh, she needs more. Oh,
One
I
more.
don't. That is correct.
Essentially, you guys are using your spell slots to create this energy, and then Ford is moving that energy over to the.
I am taking your spells. I'm taking your magic out. I'm an anti-magic warforge.
So my understanding is that we need 4 more spell slots worth of magic.
Now look
out
at
of character.
F this. I look at Hoopert. Hoop. One more. Say, be our hero, Hoopert. You could be hero Hoopert.
On Hooper.
Hoopert. Hoopert.
I have very powerful magics. I will use the things.
You use the things, Hoopert. This is your time to
And Hoopert.
fly.
This is you making your stand in the party.
That's right. Soar. Fly.
You want to be an adventurer, right?
like a
Looking
flamingo
at him in the eyes.
to the
Hoopert
lake.
will place it over
Fly
his shoulders,
Like
lay
a
them onto
flamingo.
the sand, coat, and hold them up. And then, as he focuses, you all notice a very unlike Roya, which is like a 2. His is about a 4.
Well,
As you
course it
notice,
is.
The very sand around him starts turning into
Of
water.
course it fucking is.
NPCs are gods. Deal with it.
I go at high. I'm like, oh, it's an NPC. Everything's an 11. Go. I catch it. I try not to. I didn't even make a con save at -5.
Nope. You lift it up, and you all. This is like a spirit bomb.
About to. Do I have a spirit
The
bomb in my
mixing
hands
spirit
right
bomb.
now?
As Ford lifts it up, it's like, oh god, and it.
Hooper, we need to talk about moderation.
The spear turns the air around it into something like perfume, but as it wafts away, it turns into rocks.
Good.
Transmutation is very unstable.
Well then, I'm gonna get that and where it needs to go. I'm gonna drop this big load in that freaking spot as soon as possible. So what do I gotta do?
Yeah, you gonna drop that load?
That's right. Drop it like it's hot too.
So, as you drop the spirit bomb into the side engine, 2 more of the mithril crystals light up.
Just 2? Oh, okay. I guess this thing wasn't kidding when it needed to be really charged. So how many are charged up now? 3?
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Well,
Are you guys ready to cast cantrips for a while?
I
Like,
think.
I have one more second level spell slot.
Don't we need another that to do the other 2 though?
I love the idea that Ildry just saw us pure pressure, Hooper, and you're just like standing there, just going, "I have another spell slot."
I told you guys I had it. Not my fault. You don't listen.
But now if it's that, then by Roya's thing, it only is going to charge 1, and we need 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if Mr. Hooper has another lower level spell slot,
Hooper, do you have something that's not quite as grand at your disposal?
we need it at like a 2. I have a 2.
Yeah. So I have you at a, what was it? A 4. I need you to 2.
Oh, shucks. Oh, dear.
Oh,
Shucks.
or breathe.
That was very such close.
Oh. This is.
Oh,
You can take a break and I can use mine, and then you can use your lower one.
don't you all need transmutation? I don't think I have any lower ones.
Well, I don't have any transmutation at all. Does it have to be transmutation?
Yeah.
Yes.
It does.
Oh.
You're using poor Hooper like a battery.
Oh, I can actually. I think I can cast mine at my cantrip at a higher level.
No, you can't cast cantrips at a high level.
Yep, spells.
Some of them you can.
You can't.
Mm-mm.
No, that's like level up. So like when you
That's
get
when
to
they level up.
Yeah, like at level 5 they become stronger.
Yeah.
Hooper,
Hey, you right.
summon your strength. Eat a good fish or something. Whatever it takes for you to. The level 8 frickin' Warforge inspires the owl.
I will do it for friendship.
Oh, that's right. For friendship.
Cedric just like stands there awkwardly. Yep.
And Hooper will manifest
I like.
What is
the power of water itself as he literally pulls from the water and turns it into energy. For
So
friendship.
Forge just looking at this thing like, what is going on in this this gigantic tidal wave? What is going on this
Known
island?
for starting magic at a very young age.
Why is
And he
everyone
will
so
throw the
strong?
magic at you for it.
Oh well, I'll take it to 11 as I stand next to trash as a tidal wave goes to hit us.
Tidal wave, yeah.
And he turned the tidal wave into energy.
As I
And
turn-
it's a really big ball, about as big as this pillow.
Oh my god! So I spirit
He
bomb the
throws
next
it at
amount of
you.
energy, like as I bend back at 45 flipping degrees.
Give me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
This
Come
is a
on
big
forward.
ball.
It's a big old ball.
Ball.
There you go, 23. I'm a big old boy.
Catch it.
Catch it.
Like throwing an axe at you, but this is not an axe. This is a giant ball of transmutation energy. As you catch it.
All right.
It's
Yep.
like trying to balance frisbee.
All right.
one thing.
Well,
It's very difficult.
I'm not a
So,
very agile, limber forge. I'm putting it back in the thing.
and Hooper, as he fishes.
And he's gone.
Yep. Well, we've got. I don't want this to explode the island, so.
Put it in.
Yep. Well, it's a balancing act. Got to kind of line up the shot, so to speak. And I put
Maybe
it in.
guiding him.
Yeah, guide me, Cedric.
At this time, Tiny Fang would return on Roya's shoulder.
Help me in my time of need.
You missed a lot, dude.
Tiny
Not
Not
Fang.
really though, but kind
Cedric
of.
stand like just like really far underneath Ford as he like raised his arm up, barely touching it and trying to like help him.
All right, so it's collectively the three of us guided in.
Okay, Cedric,
He's
how close do you touch the giant ball of transmutation magic?
probably not directly touch it, but enough to help guide it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so who else?
I
is
wouldn't stick
helping?
my hand in it. That's how I get my
Besides
hand
Ford?
transferred.
Who else is helping besides Ford? Besides Ford and Cedric.
Don't know what's going on. Can't help.
Tiny Fang is helping.
Tiny
Tiny
Fang.
Fang is
Tiny
helping.
Fang.
I'm
Don't
guiding
know
here.
how I
I'm
can
guiding
help.
I'm guiding a spirit bomb into the Psi engine. That's your visual. That's
Yep.
exactly what it looks like.
That is accurate.
So as
Great.
Tiny Fang gets on and just helps. And Cedric, your finger turns, your hand kind of turns to gold.
Goldfinger.
Cool.
Oh, cool, golden finger.
No,
I-
it's your entire hand. Your entire hand is gold.
You
Your
are
entire
King
hand is gold.
Midas.
Right.
My entire hand is
and
gold.
it's hairy. You have hairy gold.
This is gonna take a long
I
time.
have
to
so many
finish.
questions.
So,
So
as you
many.
pour this transmutation in, like,
Are all five up? Are all five lit now?
Beep, 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 beep. Yep, and you all see it like a rainbow. One is yellow, one blinks yellow, one orange, another green, another blue, and it goes around in a circle. And the hatch closes. Side engine on line.
Is that in common or is that in beep?
Common.
Common.
Everyone can hear it.
We did it.
Does it look
Yay!
All right.
So,
Split.
yeah, like that. So the short version. Welcome back, Trash. We
Yeah.
fixed the Psy engine.
Oh, great. Good job, guys. I'm very proud.
Setcher would go over and close up like the Psy engine at this point.
Ford, you understand that as crank. Where's my crank?
Yeah. Crank.
Yo, he needs his crank, man. He's he's addicted to the crank.
Yeah, crank.
Ford,
No, you gotta get off that crank, man. You gotta get off the crank.
Ford, as you look to the side of it, you notice that where the crank for the Psy engine usually is to keep it on or off or continuously, it's gone. It's broken. There is
So-
no crank.
It's no crank.
Just shove your finger into it.
I mean, I'm not too far off from doing that. It's like, well, I may be a dumbass Warforged, but isn't making a crank relatively simple tool to create?
Yeah, give me some metal and some time, and I can.
Wait. So, Cedric, are you still Big Brain Boy?
No, he's not.
My
Because I was
my
like,
big Ogma brain is gone.
So
Roy,
Because we got track
feels,
back.
Now
Roy
it's
feels
Trash.
superior now.
yeah,
Yeah.
we need a crank as soon as feasible, or else this thing could, I don't know, detonate.
Give me some metal, and I can get one done. Yeah.
I think Hooper just said, "Friendship, you can have anything in my shop." I couldn't really hear it. Sometimes the meatbag voice just comes out and it's all one word.
I already
I
have
have a
some
lot of
scrap,
dirt in my
right?
mouth.
So
Yeah.
I have some scrap, whatever I can find in Hooper shop, whatever I can do to make a crank.
Friendship, I have sand in my mouth.
Yep. That's. Clean your mouth out, sir.
Just in
I've
case
lost
it.
all bodily function. I can only see.
Hooper, usually casting spells doesn't do that to people. Are you okay?
They learn at a young age, but not very well.
Not.
I'm gonna like help Hooper stand up.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Ildry! What happened?
You just used some magic. You're okay.
You saved us, buddy. Welcome to the team.
What?
Yep, that's right. You
did
just relax. You just
Hooper the hero.
sleep
That's
that
what
one
you
off, right?
I can only see and talk.
It's just-
I don't think that's true.
Nope.
But okay.
I see a mouth moving.
Good. This is a solid
Great.
state of
Okay. I'm
affairs.
gonna go
Yeah.
get working on a plank.
Maybe you just rest here for a minute, Hooper.
And I sit him down on the ground.
Just
I go with
relax.
Trash
Just
to
relax.
if there's anything heavy that needs lifting.
I like sit him down. I don't throw him down.
Before you leave,
No, he falls because he has no control over his body.
I'm helping him.
Right.
I am helping him. I'm not like dropping him. Good lord. Not a monster. Yet.
Yes.
Oh, by the queen, this is terrible. Oh dear.
Which queen?
So
This
Ford
should
trash.
not have
Sorry that I had to go.
wait, before-
Again?
No, I'm sorry that I had to.
That's okay.
It's fine.
All you missed is all the magic casters and me extracting their magic like a vampire and putting it into this
Yeah.
machine. That was the last hour. So
Nice.
I
I probably wouldn't have been helped, so that's fine.
you would have been on being like, "What's going on?" Which is what I was doing until I was taking their magic away like a vampire.
Nice.
Ford,
Cedric.
before you go, you should probably say, just in case it builds up too much energy of some kind.
So I feel like in his head, like, should I stay or should I go? Well,
I can probably get it done.
okay, then I'll stand where I am in case I need to
If you stay,
massage
it could
the
be
psi
trouble.
resonator back to a calm state.
Go. Could be double.
You're literally
Nice.
you're communicating with the machine spirits.
But yeah, so I'm gonna start beeping back this thing to see how sentient it is. Like, we're gonna get you a crank. Can you remain calm? Which comes out as beep 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 boop 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 beep beep.
Out of curiosity, do they beep in Morse code?
It would take forever to have a conversation.
Something like that.
Binary.
And would Morse code be under the realm of thieves can't?
Oh my God. Binary would take even longer to talk.
Yeah.
No, it's like texting. This is strictly Warforged texting.
Warforged texting. We have our own
Dang.
message spell. It's just innate in the brain.
Yeah.
I guess.
Good. Good.
What's
Beep.
calm?
Beep. Beep. Calm.
Calm.
Stable. Neither
Stable.
higher nor lower than your current existence. Beep. 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 Boop. Beep. Boop. Beep.
Stable.
Ford's getting multiple tones.
I've learned resonation. I have grown as a character.
Got it.
Beep. Boop. Good job, buddy.
So Trash, you building yourself a crank?
Yeah.
All right.
For the stuff
So where
that's
you get the crank?
going on. I have scrap. I think I have 15 pounds of scrap left, and whatever Hooper has in his shop, because I was told I can take it.
With the 15 pounds, you can make a suitable crank. But describe how you want what this crank looks like, since you have like 15 pounds of scrap.
What the fuck would they have on a pirate ship that would turn into a crank?
It's not what they have, but more what you can build from the stuff
An
they have.
ore.
Yeah, it's just real gross looking.
Yeah.
It's not refined. It's just
We have these
bunch of
crystals,
shit.
rainbow
Yeah.
crystals and lodestones that are going around like turbines, and then we have this shit crank.
yeah. it's real mediocre
We're
looking.
literally jury ranking like
Crank sounds like a great band name.
I
Right.
have an idea.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that Trash also went into Hooper's kitchen, right? And stole all of his cutlery and utensils, and it's just rubber banded together. It's all of the rubber band. It's made of his spoons.
it's a spoon crank. Spoon man.
Is that okay for you?
Sure, man.
Yeah.
It's just there's like some paste in there. It's just a bunch of shit like kind of welded together, but I didn't really have like a lot of like heat, so I just kind of glued it and like it's just. What?
So I just want to make sure Hooper now has no utensils.
Hooper now has no kitchen.
You know, I left one knife.
One knife.
Yes,
one
the
knife.
entire
But
library.
not a
Left him
fork.
weapon,
Not
that's
a
good.
fork.
No fork or spoon.
then we
Not
can
a
take
fork.
anything from his store and we
Tavern,
take all
there
his
are now
cutlery.
only one knife. There's only one knife left in the library
Good.
tavern. Okay,
Good
so you
impro-
come
way
back with
improvise.
your crank. This looks pretty great. And the sight engine is like why? Oh, that's a crank. Is that a crank? That don't look like a crank. Is that a crank? 24B.
Oh, is it saying in comment? I thought it was in.
Is that a
Is he
crank?
beep?
Yes.
Is he beeping or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It is saying that in comment. Like,
Got
is
it.
that a crank?
That is definitely a crank. Yeah,
I think you need to press the button to lock it in.
I'm just shoving it in there.
Dude, be gentle.
right.
That is,
Some finesse, buddy.
and Ford, you hear, ow, ow, ow,
Button.
Juggernaut model, Ford, help, this hurts.
I mean,
I'm just putting it in.
I beep boop beep beep beep. It's a process. A process that
It's a
takes steps.
multi-step process.
One might say beep boop. It's a multi-step process. I greenheart the goddamn engine.
I feel as if this is what the humans call untruth.
No, it's beep boop. Pretty sure it's irony. Beep.
I have no idea what irony is.
Oh, you had iron in you so much earlier ago. Beep 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 boop.
That's what we call a pun.
So I relay this information over to Trash. The somewhat sentient beeping engine is asking you to be gentle.
Trash,
Sure.
try pressing the button.
Yeah,
Should lock it in. That's what I remember.
gentler.
effectively, if it's in there and
And
it's
press
functional, it'll live.
Sure.
I mean, live.
I don't know what button I've been told to press, but
All right.
is there a button I'm supposed to press?
There is a button right above the crank.
Press the
Right above
button.
the crank slot.
Lock that
Hit
crank
the
in.
button, and the crank locks into place. You guys now have a completed side engine. We're
Yay!
sent to you.
Now we just need
And
to hope.
Ford is.
Oh
Very
yes, I'm definitely attuning to this thing so I can do my engine actions to it. Yep. So I basically put my arms around it and I just hug it for a little bit. This is this is perfectly normal.
Just hear the auto tone version or 64-bit version of of Marvin Gaye.
Let's get on.
So was this the equivalent of going to Build-A-Bear Workshop but for Ford?
Build a Psycore workshop. Yeah. I take my sweet time resonating with that thing until we are copacetic. When a Ford loves a engine.
I think we should give them some alone time.
You know, I didn't think Ford was gonna be the first one to find a love interest in this game.
Wait, are you two not in love?
The second one, wouldn't it be?
I mean,
The
out
two
of
of
the
you are
PCs.
so in love.
Out of the PCs.
Son, dairy, yeah.
So Ford, what is everyone else doing while Ford is
Bonding.
Trying desperately not to notice the bonding.
Mhm.
And maybe taking a short rest.
Alrighty.
Ray is watching,
Taking notes.
observing. This is the first report.
She's a watcher.
This is the first recorded.
Robot sex?
Yeah. It's the first. Yeah. This is interesting.
It's been recorded before,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
That's right.
No, she's not watching. She's probably going to be like really tired, and
Is it 5 o'clock?
it's 4:30. It's 4:20, and thank you.
Roya, observing the robo bonding.
Robo bonding.
Correct.
All right. Trash, what are you doing?
Over what period of time? Like, is it just an
For
hour?
This,
or-
it would be about a good 3 hours.
Okay. I'm gonna ask if I can get bolts somewhere here in this.
Bolts. You can make a few bolts with your scrap you have left, since the crank only took 5. Since you used it from other resources.
Trash. Want my arrows? I'm not using them. Could probably make them into bolts.
That's true. That would be actually very helpful. Yeah.
I'd hand him my 19 arrows, so I have no arrows left.
That
Nice.
cuts it down. 19 arrows.
Because arrows are bigger than bolts, right? So it'd be.
Yeah, arrows are bigger than bolts usually.
Yeah. I thought bolts were bigger than
Bolts were
arrows.
bigger than arrows.
No,
Yeah.
No, arrows are a lot longer and bigger, and then
Yeah.
bolts are
I
smaller
think
and more.
bolts they're like they usually.
Arrows
like,
are thinner, and
Arrows
bolts are
thinner and
thicker.
longer.
Yes, bolts typically have a thicker caliber or a thicker diameter. Arrows are
Yeah.
thinner and are more
But longer.
aerodynamic. Yeah, but longer. Typically longer, correct.
Crossbow bolts are shorter, but they're like more dense. They're dense.
Right.
Yeah.
You're talking about the impact of the physics behind the projectile, right? Think early caliber freaking bullets. They're big.
Yeah.
With 19, that's about. Well, actually, if you combine it with the 10 scrap you have left, you could make 20 bolts.
Yeah, aren't you crafty? Can't you just do that between that and magic and just make your own around here? You have scrap. You've got
Yeah.
wood. You see fletching,
Yeah.
and that's even pseudo questionable for a crossbow.
Yeah, even if I need fletching, we have owls.
Owls, right? So
They
you can.
probably molts.
Yeah. Do I really need the scrap?
I mean, they are your custom-made bolts.
Hmm,
They probably have like metal tips and stuff.
That's fair.
yeah, you're gonna want metal tips.
Trash. Do you want mending? Like he'd flick his fingers, like the little welder would pop up.
Oh yeah, Cedric, your left hand is still hairy gold.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Harry gold.
I guess bending would be okay, but you might want to get that checked out.
I mean, I said we shave the hair off.
Does the hand still work?
Yeah, it still works.
I can live with this. I can shave the hair off.
No, like your entire hand is gold, and there's hair coming out of the gold.
Oh.
Can I
Like,
just
gold
cut?
Is it hairy gold or just regular hair in the gold?
Everything is gold,
You get the Midas touch.
Including the hair, okay.
including the hair.
When he handed me the bolts, did they turn to gold?
No.
I'm
There.
using my right hand to like.
Okay.
heal myself.
Here,
I'm using my right hand for men.
I'll give you a feather from one of the owls that I found. Touch this with your right hand.
Left hand, and he touched.
Sorry, left hand.
Touch it and see what happens.
As you touch it, it turns to a lodestone.
Wow, thank you. I'm mutated.
And the
now.
gold kind of goes away a little bit.
Oh, here. Have some more.
Yeah.
Have some more feathers.
Oh no! Try other things.
Oh.
Oh yeah. We'll try. Well, we'll see. What do I
Let's try
have?
some wood.
Yeah, let's put some wood in
So
there.
we've tried something organic, right? That was a feather.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try something mineral like a stone.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have
Give
stone,
me
maybe
some of that
water
scrap.
too.
Give me some
Water
of that
and
scrap.
stone.
I want to see what happens.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll
iron.
give you a big piece of metal.
Yeah.
He touches the scrap metal with his left hand.
As you touch the metal, it starts to float. Then it falls back down to your hand as an onyx.
Hey, that's pretty good.
But then
Cool.
it's up to your fingertips. You probably have about one left.
I could go get some water.
No,
Water.
touch Tiny Fang.
Touch Ford.
I mean, that's fine too.
Ford just gets turned into like a gemstone and we did not.
I mean, you could go ask Roya if you
Oh,
want to.
touch one of my lenses. I can have a pirate eye. Yar.
Should we do? All right, we need to have a vote on this now. We need to have a vote on what to do with this last touch. All right.
I'll
So
pick up
wait.
the lodestone.
Bad
and the
touch.
onyx.
So to have fun, Royal will be concentrating and ignoring whatever the fuck this is. And so you would have to wrestle with Tiny Fang or convince Tiny Fang that it would be a good idea. So keep that in mind for your votes.
Okay. That's
So-
right. The whole entire soul thing.
So what should I touch next? Because this is the last one. I
That's
think.
too easy.
I mean, it's tiny finger forward, I think.
Ford, do you want to be touched?
Do you still want to touch one of the arrows?
There you go.
What
What about the Illmatter arrow? Justice arrows.
Touch a weapon.
I'm not gonna lie. Having a pirate eye sounds cool, but having a justice arrow sounds better.
Fine.
Yeah,
I
here,
touch
touch
one
the
of the
bolt.
bolts that Trash has made at this point. I touch it. Use the
Do you?
last
Okay, you touch a bolt.
Oh, I lost the
The
screw.
bolt turns into
a sword.
I
a
hate
clock.
seeking a fox.
A clock.
Oh.
clock.
Hey, this is actually pretty useful. We can tell.
Guys,
the
it's a
time.
justice clock.
Does it seem like
What
a
time
special
is
clock?
it? What time is it? What's
It
the
doesn't
clock
have any
say?
dials on it.
Oh.
Oh,
So it's a clock.
I look at
face,
my clock.
not a clock.
so it's a clock without any indication of the time. So it's
Bless
Sorry.
you.
Plus,
Thank you. I look at my clock.
it hums slightly.
Can't touch my clock to that clock. Clock touching.
Can. And then
Clocking.
your symbol's gone. And then it has 3 hands. 1 green, 1 orange, 1 red. And on the back of the clock, which is entirely made of silver, there is
Legend.
time in common that says 2 years or more.
I don't know how this magic works, but apparently it's all interconnected.
I'm still hugging this
transmutation
thing.
magic.
Don't question it. I think that's what I've learned in the past.
At least it didn't turn into like a
Years.
dinosaur and try to kill us or something. So we should.
Yeah.
Was
that's
that a
nice.
possibility?
That's always possible.
What's the possibility? It is transmutation.
Probably.
Okay.
It's gonna
Trash.
come alive and try to.
As you hold the clock, it silver turns slick and it just turns into another color, and it has its own little set of plastic horns.
It's a mini you.
It's a mini U clock.
And then it has teeth. And then it
What?
starts laughing.
Oh god.
Evil
Why
clock!
is everything coming to life?
We got Flambeau
Evil
the clock. Flambeau clock. Flambeau clock. Yep, that's what it is.
Hi. Are you Baphomet?
Okay.
No.
Do you know Baphomet?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay. What's your name?
Trash.
Trash.
Oh,
Oh snap! Baby trash!
Baby
I don't know
trash.
what that means.
Little baby trash!
It means that you've literally spawned. You've literally spawned by the definition. of
Who's
that.
your best friend?
Trash.
Okay.
So cute.
You're your own best friend.
That's right.
That's kind of sad. Okay.
Hey,
And
most
then it
people aspire
stops.
to that.
Now
right.
Roya is not the only parent.
Self-care, man. Self-care.
The clock stops laughing and bites teeth onto the glass that it had and just spits it out. And then,
Glass?
yeah, it had glass in its mouth.
Oh.
Oh. Can I grab
So
the
it's-
glass before it shatters?
Yeah, you can grab it. Now you have a circular piece of glass in your other hand. And clock
Pocket it.
just, the dials turn into eyes. The green one is large. The red one is small. Then the orange one is about medium sized.
Hey, what does that orange dial mean?
Us.
Okay. And the other ones are Dakota?
Dakota and Baphomet.
Ooh.
Okay.
Also Benny.
Benny and the
Which
Jets.
one's Benny?
This one. And a little yellow one appears between the green and the red.
What's that one mean?
Benny.
Benny.
Is he alive?
Yeah.
Is he a part of Baphomet?
Kinda.
Fucking great. Wow, that's how okay.
How am I alive?
And how are you alive?
Why am I laughing?
Okay. Wow.
What a result.
Okay. Do you want a name? Should I be naming him, guys?
Do you
Deal.
want
Deals.
only if you want to
We make deals.
be
Why not make deal?
attached to it?
I don't know. I mean, I can't tell if it's sentient. Like,
I mean,
or
it
if it's
seems
just saying words.
as you know, Ford is like hugging the crap out of this thing. I was like, I mean, you can give it some sort of I am alive test,
Yes.
right? Yeah, I recall
Are you a robot? Click this. Click
So-
this button.
when we become animated and he kind of like just nods to himself like Warforges, they check for our sentience. So I'd imagine you could do the same thing for that.
What do they do normally?
They ask questions like, do you know where you are? Do you know what time it is? If you turn a turtle upside down and it's slowly dying, you're not doing anything. Why aren't you helping it?
Are these things you've asked?
I
Oh,
asked
Those are
everything.
things that I have been asked.
I repeat those questions.
Do you know
Oh,
where?
it is funny.
I do.
See, he knows who I am. No one. Wait, did you say my name to this thing yet?
Nope.
So yeah, so evidently it's taking some of your. I'm gonna guess I might be a big dumbass Warforged, but I'm gonna assume here that it seems to take some of you into it if it knows my name.
Yeah.
So-
And my friend's name.
We used a bolt crafted from you. Maybe some of the energy from you transferred into the bolt somehow. This magic is enhancing that.
I mean, it's probably less that and more the fact that I put my clock onto the clock.
Oh,
Bolt.
yeah. That.
You
Bolt.
don't.
Bolt, you dolt. It's got
Hey,
a sense of
Cedric,
humor.
you're adult.
Thanks. I hear that a lot.
We're working on building up Cedric's confidence. Come on,
I didn't say it.
it's true.
Forgot.
We-
I mean, I might have.
You're
technically
so that means that Cedric,
said-
you are welcome to smack it up a little bit if it makes you feel better.
I won't get anywhere. So
That's a choice that you made, though, and we respect it.
Benny, Benny is a god.
Benny is a god.
Oh, did Benny make you?
Benny, made Benny.
I have a feeling Baphomet and Dakota. Do you think Baphomet is using Dakota directly rather than one of his?
I'm pretty sure Dakota's connection to Baphomet has been at least loosened. Great deal. I mean, the clock says so.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can entirely. Doesn't seem to be the most reputable source.
I mean, it's a pretty reputable source, to be honest.
So,
I mean, I don't know alternatives we have here. Am I done hugging this thing out? Do I feel connected to this resonator yet? Or are we gonna have this be like an all nighter? All right.
Have we bonded enough? Is my bonding level enough?
I beat back at it. Beep beep. Beep beep beep.
No.
Beep.
Attention on me.
Beep beep
Attention on
beep
me.
beep 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 boop.
We are a weird group.
So I just stare at trash as I
ain't
beep and
even
boop. Beep 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 boop. Boop 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 beep.
Benny, Celeste. Oh.
What was that? Benny, let's eat all?
Benny, let's eat. We eat. No,
What do
Benny,
you
not
eat?
celestial. Celeste God. Benny special. Benny mean. Benny kill. Benny Baphomet.
Okay.
Nancy, put that thing away.
he's saying Benny is eating celestials. It's hard to understand.
I think he either said Benny is Baphomet or Benny is a celestial or a god.
Benny, celestial. Benny, celestial, trash, infernal. Dakota, this, demon. This.
Oh,
Okay. Wow. Benny is the celestial one?
Yeah, surprised me too.
Wow.
Celestial doesn't exactly mean you're good.
I thought that's like exactly what that meant.
It's
No.
pretty close.
No.
Well, it's sort of like abyssal. It's not as in stone as Have you ever seen a good tiefling?
Yeah.
Which means
No,
Yeah, it's
I don't
like
really.
that.
Which means
I mean, I read about.
you can find it at
Have
Badass
you heard of a
Mayor.
good tiefling?
Huh?
Have you heard of a good tiefling?
I mean, I think I've met 2 tieflings and I stole from both of them.
Well, there's good
Funny.
infernal.
Tieflings are people too, yo.
Right.
Just because you have abyssal
Yeah, that's why I stole from them.
doesn't mean you have to be evil. And same thing with celestial. Just because you have celestial doesn't mean you have to be good.
But like, is there a higher probability of it?
Yeah, definitely. That's why. But doesn't mean you have to be that.
Okay. Well, I don't. Okay. Well,
I mean,
it just kind of surprised me. Benny being. Hey, do you know what the actual celestial source is? Like how Dakota's is Baphomet, what mine might be, or what Benny's might be.
Baphomet. Got Benny, not Benny. Got Baphomet. Dakota, chosen by Baphomet, Prince of Peace. Funny. Not funny.
Yeah. Hey, where's my infernal energy coming from?
From trash.
Who? Okay. Is it connected to any demon or devil specifically?
No, trash own demon. Devil, not demon. Forgot.
Yeah, I do that a lot too. It's okay. It's very confusing at points.
Not
Don't
for
worry.
Cedric, the foremost man on it.
everyone does it.
It's very, very easy to do. Is that the same situation with Benny? Is Benny his own celestial?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Dakota's the exception.
Yeah. Really bad exception. More Dakota.
How do you feel about Dakota?
Dakota save. Or kill Baphomet.
Okay, Dakota saves or kills Baphomet. That's a big one right there. Okay.
Rephrase. Kill Baphomet. Save Dakota.
Alright, that's a.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know. If we're
That's
being-
very different.
Yeah, I thought it was Dakota's gonna kill Baphomet or save him.
We can do
Dakota is
both.
Harry Potter.
It's true. We need Tarask to clearly on our side. Let's get that Pokemon for that.
I mean, Dakota's basically a Tarask at this point.
It's true. Or
Um,
Snorlax.
Do you like Dakota?
We love Dakota.
We love Dakota. Okay. Do you like Benny?
Then he died in hole.
That's a no.
Do you like Baphomet?
Baphomet died in deeper hole.
Okay, that's fair. These
fair.
are all fair statements. Okay. I mean, I kind of like him, guys. Not gonna lie.
Benny and the Jet.
Do you want a name other than Mini Trash?
Yeah. Virgil.
Virgil. Okay, Virgil it is.
But we could call him Ash.
Huh? Would you rather like Crash?
Crash. Bash. Crash.
Bash.
I like.
Actually,
Like Crash or Bash?
Oh,
Crash Bash.
Okay.
Bash Crash.
Crash Bash.
Bandicoot.
Crash Bash can.
Crash Bash.
Crash
Is that
Bash.
good?
with trash.
Crash Bash the
Yeah.
trash. Turn things to
Crash
ash.
Bash it is. That'll be your name from now on. Wow. I mean, I should just kind of be not this.
You make Ildry look so normal. Thank you.
No worries.
Roy is the most normal person in like Aurora.
All
Pretty much, yeah.
four of its eyes sort of shift and move until they make a square.
Crash, you know about the deal.
Speak to me as if I didn't know about the deal.
Infernal, we make deals. Very
Yeah,
common,
we do.
Very
We make
weak.
deals.
Very common, very weak. With deals, we can make crew for Dakota and kill Baphomet.
Who would we make a deal with?
For Ildred, Cedric, Roya, Rupert.
How come Roya got all evil there?
Right?
Savage.
What do you know about Roya?
Savage. Savage, awesome.
Savage,
cool.
awesome.
Savage, nice.
Savage
Yeah,
can swim so
Savage.
well.
Is he
What
trying
does
to-
Baphomet have against Savage?
Baphomet. Savage. Elements. Probably elements.
Elements. Okay. There are a lot of interconnecting things. Not trash. That's me. I apologize. Everything's kind of mumbo jumbo right now. Ford, do you still have your book? Because I think we're gonna have to add some connections to this.
I'm like hugging this thing.
Trash.
This is my
Rupert, I
time.
wanted you to make a deal with us. Is it trying to get you to act like a devil?
I mean,
I wanted him to act like a devil.
I am a devil.
You are a
I-
devil, but trying to act like an actual devil instead of.
Up your double level.
I mean, I think it's a fair point.
Up that double level
It
more.
is.
The devil level.
Why would I be making a deal with my party that's already helping me?
Make stronger. Make loyal. More loyal than before.
Okay. I feel like that might actually
Backfire.
dissuade them from helping as much.
Very fair. But for those who don't want to fight, we use it like strong.
Okay. I'll work on making a few more deals.
Happy.
Okay. Hey, I was gonna go work on
It's gonna
making
be fun.
it should be, yeah. I was gonna go work on making a blowtorch of such. You wanna help me out with that?
I can use
Oh,
pending for
torch.
It's true.
Blowtorch. Oh, blowtorch.
And as he says blowtorch, you all see it grow hands and feet and just stand up in Trash's palm.
Torch, oh, torch. We know it. Blow torch.
I don't trust
Okay.
it anymore.
It notices its horns.
Horns. We have horns. Not
Yeah.
surprising. Why do we have horns?
Because we're infernals.
Oh yeah. Forgot.
Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, let's go work on that low torch. Sure.
Torch.
Torch, yeah.
You know Benny's gonna kill Dakota. Well,
Benny and the
I wouldn't put it
Jets.
past him.
Do you know that for a fact?
No,
Is that just a hunch?
no.
Do you have any evidence?
Benny almost killed us. Right?
Me?
You, us, we. Who?
Yes,
You.
us. When did Benny almost kill us?
I thought he killed us when he summoned us to Baphomet. Or was that not him? I
I
don't
think
think-
Baphomet used Benny's to manipulate us. I don't think Benny was a part of that. Yeah.
Really?
hmm
Then Baphomet gets in a deeper hole.
Oh, Baphomet gets a much deeper hole. I think Benny gets the small hole for now.
Benny
Until we
gets
figure
a
out.
big hole.
Yeah. Benny can get a little tree hole, and we'll put him in there. Okay. Let's go work on that flow torch, I guess.
Torch.
Torch, yeah.
Should just call him Torch.
Torch is actually a good name for him.
Right? Because he's a little devil.
Oh, I think I want to go with Torch and Trash on this occasion.
Little devil, me.
Yeah.
The angel. Make funny.
TNT.
You know,
Yeah. Nice.
okay, we're gonna go do that.
Trash, do you mind
Hey,
if I,
angel or
come-
torch?
Torch.
Torch.
Torch, yeah.
Trash, can I come with you?
I mean, do you really want to be with this? Us?
I do.
Us?
You me?
Yeah, that's what I meant. I mean, us. The situation, you know.
I'm good with it.
Okay. If you're fine with it.
Alright. Let's get going then.
You're gonna have
Okay.
fun.
So much fun. Okay. So yeah, I'm just trying to make a container that I can make into a blowtorch.
And I can
Okay.
help with mending and guidance.
Well, you have a new party, got a torch, and the blowtorch itself is gonna be difficult since you don't really have any way to produce the flame aspect of
Yeah. I was wondering if they had oil or anything in here.
I
it.
have
I mean, in your kit, you should have.
Yeah, I'm checking right now. I have 2 flasks of oil, so I have 2 flasks
Okay.
of oil and a tinder box, so I felt like it was pretty plausible. As well as
You can
5
make-
candles.
You can make something similar. With Torch's help, he can actually light his horns on fire.
guidance. Real guidance.
So,
out
Trash, give me regular 3 tinkering checks.
Okay.
And can I guidance on one of those or 3 of those?
Guidance is a concentration, so it can be used on any of the ability checks he
Ah.
makes before it ends.
Okay, so normal, right? No. Okay. Tinker is dexterity or intelligence? Because we have 2.
In this case, it's new, so intelligence.
Okay. That's less. Pat. 16
You
plus.
can roll a 4 if you want to. Yep.
It
18.
was 18. Boop.
Okay.
20.
Okay.
And
15.
15.
Pretty
That's okay.
respectable set
Yeah,
of rolls.
15, 18, 20.
With that and a bit of help, you outfit something of a flamethrower using torch as a
Do I put torch on the front as like the Kindle, and then like
yeah. He's
it lights?
Kindle essentially. You place him. You attach. He hangs onto the bottom of it, and he's secured because you have like little clamps.
Do I-
keeping the,
Do I make him a little basket that he can sit in?
Wait,
just sits in front.
This
And
is
he likes
shooting
his orange.
oil out too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is shooting flaming oil out. Then it's less
Yeah.
of a flamethrower, more like a molten.
It's like
flaming
it's
oil.
was it like Greek fire?
Yeah.
Fire, yeah.
Not gonna lie, the idea behind the blowtorch was to make it so I could make better tools, or like
Yeah.
I could tinker better.
Sometimes
Instead of
inspiration goes in weird
gluing
directions.
stuff,
Now you have a
but-
flamethrower.
This is fine. I accept this.
Sneak attack with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
And torch slurps up a lot of the oil.
Oh, it's okay.
Torch can help.
Like a blowtorch.
With the tinkering.
And he closes his mouth and covers his mouth, and as it exhales, its horns exude and create a steady stream of flame.
Oh.
Of
So
blue
he
flame.
is a blowtorch.
So he
Yeah.
is the blowtorch.
Yeah.
So
No,
torch
I-
really has got to be his name now.
Yeah, I said that's good, Torch. That's good. Might not want to waste that oil.
Puts it back into the reservoir of oil.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I said earlier that your name was Crash. I think Torch is a much more fitting name.
Agreed.
Trash.
Yeah, your name can be Torch. Yep.
Things just sort of work out around here, don't they?
I apparently, things have been going pretty shitty for the last couple months. So I mean, I'll accept these things going well.
Do I finish up with my
Personal theory. God of Luck is playing with us for entertainment. That's just a personal thing, though.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like if we're talking about luck, the fact that we all met each other and we all have very connected backgrounds is fairly convenient.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No gods, only devils.
Thank you.
Yeah.
George. Very
Only devils.
very, very nice.
Very insightful.
Torch is pretty small, and so he crawls up Trash's leg and just hangs up on his shoulder.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be on Ford's shoulder and then he's gonna be on my shoulder.
Have you heard the expression "hat on a hat"? Just
Yeah.
Now we can be Tiny Frank and Roya.
oh, good. We'll put Tiny Fang on top of Torch while we're at it, and then Tiny Fang can hold like a rock.
I just now imagine
Royal
Tiny
will be-
Fang holding Torch and using him as like a blowtorch.
Right.
Like the tiny flame people from Adventure Time.
Yeah, Flambo.
Yes.
That's what
Flambo. That's who
yeah.
That's who I thought
That's-
Torch was, and now it literally is basically Flambo.
Okay, Torch. This should
Look-
be a fun time.
Him looking up what Flambo.
No, just trying to give you guys a better visualization of
Flambo.
Are there pictures of a devil clock?
Devil
Does
Clock.
that exist?
Nope.
Is that really surprising on the internet?
No.
Little. Eh.
It's a bit obscure, but I bet someone created it.
Oh, this is
I
perfect.
mean, it's like when you're looking for character art and you can't find it because you look for like 4 years.
That's how I felt
You
with
just
Cedric,
can't
man.
find
Anywho.
anything.
you do eventually finish the bonding process for it, and instead of
Yeah, I
the
do.
symbol you saw before, it is a buck's head.
It's a what?
It's a buck's head.
Ah!
I didn't hear because Alex went.
It is
Ah!
a buck's head. The head of a buck.
A buck. Oh yeah.
Aww.
Oh yeah.
Is it 4-point buck? That's right.
Is it on land?
That's right. It funny.
Funny.
Indeed.
I slapped that resonator where it is. Like, yeah, that's right. I did this. I walk away proud. And I see Torch. And I'm like, what is going on? I say with great agitation and confusion.
transmutation magic?
Typhoid, this is Torch. I'm going to assume Torch very much likes you.
I
Very much.
am okay with this, surprisingly. So, what's the plan, Captain?
I figured we would drop some plans for the ship, and then leave them with the Sturgiforms and Savage to work on while we go look for the.
Savage.
Can we go to bed before we do that?
Yeah, but we'll probably spend most of tomorrow, maybe a little more, working on the plans, and then from there move out.
Because I'm sort of exhausted. Completely.
Yeah, that's fair.
Torch can grow fingers?
Oh no.
Haven't you had fingers this whole time?
The non-sleeping thing, I can keep an eye on Torch here before he realizes he can do things like burn the village on.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Torch, you're gonna.
Do that already.
Oh
Is it gonna stay
no.
inside?
Yeah. Let's stay away from
Why
burning.
gotta give him ideas? Why gotta give him ideas?
Fingers.
And as you all watch, one of his fingers goes into his palm, then another one, and then his thumb, and then the other fingers, and then he has no fingers. But then they all pop back out again.
Okay.
Weird.
So
Yeah, weird. Torch, when I end up going to bed, you're gonna stick with Ford for a little bit, okay?
Okay. I will look at his resonator.
good.
No.
That's what every Warforged wants to hear. Just-
Let's try to stay away from that.
Okay. Stick to his horns. Make them fire.
I mean,
Just do what Ford tells you, okay?
So nothing?
oh no, we'll find things to do.
Goody.
Ha 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 ha.
I'm like bored.
I thought you would. Okay. I'm probably gonna go to bed soon.
Okay.
But yeah, Ford and have fun.
Thinking of the creative ways to use the
He's a flamethrower, by the way, as well.
Yeah.
Heads
Good.
up.
Thank
Also, I have this, an actual flamethrower, but
I'd call it's been a very successful day.
it's a pretty good day, yeah.
We have a resonator. I don't know what's going on with Roy and Ildry right now, but I'm waiting for something.
Yeah.
Waiting for something
So-
to happen.
Now, Cedric, are you gonna find a sentient book soon? Because I mean, we got 3 out of the 5. You and Ildry kind of gotta find something.
It's true.
Me, like, I have like a satchel. Well, this is sort of sentient. I just haven't found the word for it yet.
Wait, what?
It's a flying book bag. And
Ah. That's
my
I
thing is
really
so
wish
much
it would be.
gamer than everyone else's.
It would be amazing if maybe Hubert has a very powerful way of identifying it. Maybe we should give it with him to do a greater form of identification.
I mean, I could try, but my greater identification only works with infernal, primordial, fey, and celestial.
Oh,
I mean,
what's the origin
maybe-
of this wonderful bag? It looks like leather to me.
I guess celestial because it's.
Oh,
sort
then that fits under those categories, surprisingly.
I sort of used it for the Psy engine.
Oh, okay.
Never
Well,
mind then. I guess you can't do it again, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, if I
Too bad.
asked Ogma for anything, I'd probably be turned into a book or something like that.
Well, I mean, then that would kind of solve the category of sentient book, and then it would be good.
It'd be you.
Yeah.
yeah,
you
that's
would be
how
your
Ogma
angler.
works. That's how Ogma would probably.
He
do
works
it.
in mysterious ways. I don't understand him.
Sorry, Ogma, if you're listening. I really, you're cool. You're
No, actually, Ogma, you do sound very cool.
yeah. Thank you, Ogma.
Thank you, Ogma.
Praise Ogma.
Praise Ogma.
We all become clerics of Ogma.
Right?
Whereas like,
Everyone-
Yeah, we connect to him already.
Fair.
Alright.
Yeah,
yeah, Roy
So,
is.
Roy-
I've studied him my whole life.
So Roy has fallen asleep on the ground because, she's fallen asleep on the ground observing this weird robot bonding.
I
Robot
finished.
sex.
Yeah, and there's bonding
Bonding.
and
I finished.
bonding.
Tiny Fang just wants to. He's just so enamored.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tiny Fang.
Yeah, what's up, Trash Man?
Trash man. Oh, he's talking now. He's talking again.
No,
He's talking-
I can just
no.
hear him.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is gonna come up at some point, but you want to meet your new friend? Because I feel like you guys might be new friends.
Oh God.
New friend? What new friend?
Torch.
Oh god.
I'm gonna burn you.
Yep, that's what I expected.
Yeah. Torch, we don't burn Tiny Fang.
But you wanted to.
Oh. The truth comes out.
Okay.
Wow, this
I
creature really
I didn't like him initially because he just kept calling me names, but he's proved to be a good ally.
He called you Trash Man.
I mean, I am a trash. I don't. It honestly kind of feels more inaccurate than anything, just because I'm not really a man.
Yeah, you're a panda.
Yeah, so I guess trash panda works the best. I think it's an attempt at an insult. I don't.
So does that mean I should attempt to burn him?
Nah, we can take an insult.
Torch.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on Ford?
He loves Ford.
Yeah,
Flammable.
I'm very inflammable. Actually,
Torch.
You
What are your
test.
thoughts on
we should
Ildry?
maybe.
Ildry?
Oh,
What
yeah.
Oh
about
God.
Ildry
God.
is.
We're going.
I knew someone was gonna do
Ildry
it.
combusts a little bit more. This could be entertaining, though.
Ildry's not here, by the way.
Yeah.
Ildry had freaking chimera. It's real weird.
What about Roya?
I'll
Roya,
let you think of her.
Roya, interesting.
I mean, that's a fact we all know.
That's for yeah. And Cedric, yeah. Cedric just awkwardly gives like a thumbs
But it's
up.
like about this guy right here.
This guy.
Yeah.
Cedric! Radiant, flammable.
Oh, radiant flammable.
That's true.
I mean, radiant. Yeah, I feel like is there a comma between radiant and flammable, or are those one entity?
One entity.
Okay. I was gonna say like radiant, yeah, flammable. I think that might be a thing to watch out for, but if they're one thing, then it's fine. Are you gonna explode with radiance? Also, Torch, why do you know so much?
Because
I'm you.
Torch part of Eel.
Yep. Got it.
Part of what?
Got it. Cedric.
Part of Eel.
Part of the
Deal.
deal.
Deal you made with self to save Dakota. In
Oh.
green.
See, that's where that's where I'm a little confused.
I am also confused because all I got out of that.
Remember when I told you about the key and I pulled the key out of my chest and then I shot Baphomet? Apparently I made a deal with myself, which makes more sense because key. How do I make a deal with myself?
Deal with energy inside. Make me.
Okay. Can you go into the more specifics of the deal?
Torch good.
And he makes 4 pairs of glasses appear, and he puts each of them on. And then he materializes a very long, little, tiny scroll that goes all the way to your toes, Trash.
Okay.
For the page.
So you did this
And
all in
makes-
like a split second.
Yeah.
You're
This is how devils
impressive.
operate.
I did not read any of the contract.
You did.
Not gonna lie.
Ugh,
I was
Christ.
not.
That's the first.
I couldn't read it because it didn't exist.
Oh, so you just accepted at standard clauses, right? That he looked at Cedric like he has no idea what he's fucking talking about. That's the standard clause, right? The standard clause. He's got clause.
Yeah.
Look, when you have the Prince of Demons about to slit your damn throat, go ahead.
Oh, I'm not. No, I'm all for this. I'm
No,
glad
yeah,
that
that's
you.
less at you, more Cedric.
Yeah.
Trash, I will act as your lawyer and read this with you.
I mean,
Are there rules to this? You're a
I mean,
rules lawyer.
I don't know. I don't think I was ever given a birth certificate, so am I actually like a legal citizen of Aurora?
Do you have any
You
documents?
don't have to be a citizen in order to enter into a contract.
That's it's not really part of it.
The
I
loophole.
don't know, like, can I hire a lawyer like that?
I will
I-
be lawyer.
Oh no.
I-
No,
Wait,
I trust
no.
Cedric.
I can be. I studied this.
Or you studied law?
Well, I studied double law.
That's true. That's fair.
That's right.
That's
Infernal
very
law.
fair, yeah.
That's
Okay,
you
yeah, let's go
probably do
over it.
have the right person for this.
Yeah. I was gonna go to bed, but yeah, let's go over this.
Do you want summary or in-depth version?
In depth.
In depth.
Okay. Well, when the Green Man,
And he goes on and on. Essentially, he says, when the Green Man created us, he infused each of us with some type of energy, which was very strange from the rest of the Animal Kingdom project. So Benny had Celestial, you had Infernal, and Dakota had Abyssal. So the Abyssal energy sort of stayed dormant in you. And it came on, and it was one of the reasons you were able to move and live, because normally a trash panda would not have been able to survive the inspections and the experiments that you endured. However, when Ford released the energy and drove it out of you, that was sort of a signing of the deal, making it more concrete. It was strange. Essentially what happened was when you went into your own dream and then you had pulled that key out and you unlocked your full potential, you were making a contract with yourself with the first thing in your head, which was save Dakota, kill Baphomet, which you promised yourself, I'll be able to do that. All right, I'm going to give myself energy.
That's kind of cool.
When that happened, it was not supposed to be realized for another few days, but Ford essentially sped up the time.
Was that a breaching contract?
Instead of it happening
You breached
over the
contract,
course
I
of
did
a
it.
few weeks, so instead of it happening over the course of
That
a
was
few
just
weeks,
an amendment.
so instead of it happening over the course of a few weeks and you actually learning how to use your abilities over those few weeks, it came all at once, and now you have to learn as you go along.
That's
and
great.
that is how we made a deal.
Everyone's a warlock.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
According to
we're like, though, I made a deal with myself.
Ahem.
That's a little different.
Yes.
So,
Apparently, I was born into one.
can Cedric look over this contract and make sure there's no terms that would screw any of us over? Because
Yeah,
that's usually part of the devil contracts, even if they're part of self.
Even if it's myself, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to borrow my glasses?
Yeah. Thank you, Torch.
Oh god.
Which
Uh,
one? I have two.
Is that a
One
pact?
for
Are you making a deal with the devil?
Shit. Yeah, I am actually.
You are.
All right. Never mind. I'll use
As
math.
Ford's wisdom just comes exuding out. Are you making a deal with
Wis-
Torch right now?
Oh, this
See,
one
this is the
was
thing
going
about-
to fix your blindness.
I know. We'll have plenty of fun, Torch. Trust me. You, me, and a cage that I'm making just
So-
for you.
Cedric goes through the tiny text like holding up like this, like trying to read it and go see any like conflicting terms or things that would cause mayhem.
Make a perception check.
Perception. Oh, and I get advantage because of observant, right? With the homebrew rule. Let me look. Pass.
Observant.
Not
doesn't-
pass. You gain advantage on
Perfect.
active, not passive perception investigation checks to offset. Yeah, so I get advantage.
Well, is that a rule you're using, Dre? Or is that
Yeah,
a Dave's rule?
That's it's Dave's rules, but it's supposed to be for all tables.
Nice.
It's offset the +5 that you get screwed out of.
Oh, come on!
That said,
Boy.
So, seems airtight. Nothing conflicting. He was very forthright with everything he said.
Oof.
For a devil, he's not really trying to trick you that much. At least.
Why would I do it
I mean, he is
myself?
me. Yeah.
Hey, it's devils.
Is there any
man.
fine print in this? deal?
Devils literally screw themselves over just to screw with another devil a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
but we're not screwing another devil. We're just killing Baphomet.
Hey,
devils
Hey.
definitely love other devils and demons, and right, so that's how it works. So clearly,
I don't see anything wrong with this actually. So
Torch, is there any fine print in this deal?
no, just invisibility. But I told you that already.
all right. So there's invisible something in the contract.
What invisible?
The invisible
text.
was the power that you get over the weeks.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
So-
I mean, I'll accept power. That's pretty dope.
That is pretty dope.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with this. As you like fold up the mini scroll, like, like
As you
It's
fold it
like
up in-
Hilda in the little tiny elf contract. Yeah.
what happens while I fold it up?
it turns to ash.
All right, that works too. Well, I'd still watch out just to make sure, you know. Just always be careful with devils, you know.
Ouch. We are careful with ourselves.
Always.
Sorry, not to be an
Good
insult
to
to
be
you,
gentle with
Trash
yourself.
or Torch or both of you. Should I refer to you as separate entities or just one? Like,
Whatever reads you to bed at night, bookworm.
That was.
all right.
That was
Torch.
slightly racist there, Cedric. They're separate entities with their own ideas.
Yeah, but aren't they like? Never mind.
This is Torch,
We are.
and this is Trash. I know they both
are-
begin with T. They have Infernal in that, but they are separate yet equal. Well, actually, Trash is probably far superior, if we're being honest. Ha 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 ha.
Right.
Okay. Well, Torch, you have a good time with Ford here.
Ha 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 ha.
You'll from it.
Yeah.
You tomorrow. Then
Yeah.
I teach you about all of the power.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Or maybe we go to the ruins.
I think that
Yeah,
was
that's
the
what
original
I'm
plan.
for, Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the ruins.
Well, we have to make blueprints so that these
Yeah.
beautiful
that's
circuit
what,
forms.
We gotta get at least a long rest.
that's probably what
Sorry.
Cedric, me, and I don't know, maybe Ildry might be working on tomorrow.
I can help. Do it through the night. I don't sleep.
You can get started on that, yeah, and I'll
I-
look at what you get done when I
I
wake up.
think we should have a grace period first, maybe a week, and then see.
Well,
A
this-
week or what?
I think there's a trust question, but don't devils like I don't know. They last longer than a week, right? They're about that long game. I know I am. I live forever.
Yeah.
They usually are about long game plays. Demons are more. I want to eat you and consume your soul, and then go back.
I mean, killing the Prince of Beasts seems like a pretty long-term goal.
Yeah, they would be definitely up for that.
Very long.
I don't know why you're saying they. It's literally me.
I mean, devils too definitely want to kill as many demons as possible.
I thought devils and demons were in cahoots. Am I learning
No.
something new?
Devils
Interesting.
and demons hate each other as much as celestials hate demons and devils. It's essentially a three-way triangle.
Oh.
So essentially,
Hold on.
You know, that's actually pretty funny because Dakota, Benny, and I get along pretty well.
maybe that's the point of the experiment or something. But usually,
Yeah, I don't know,
abyssals
maybe
hate
that's right.
celestials and infernals. Infernals hate celestials and abyssals. Celestials hate abyssals and infernals. They all hate.
Torch.
Yeah.
You mentioned Operation. What's that?
Bro.
Sorry. You mentioned Operation Animal Kingdom, and I've never met anyone other than me and Benny and Dakota. The others, you said they don't have this energy that we have.
Oh, green-eyed man, as far as I can remember, did not put any energy in them.
Are they still working?
I think so. We remember.
Are you just remembering things that I've blocked out?
Kinda. All the
Yeah, that's
things you
fair.
don't notice.
That's very fair. Okay, well, this has been a very productive night. If you want to work on some plans, I will review them in the morning, Torch.
I will steal paper from Cooper.
He'll probably be okay with that. Go ahead.
He won't know. I am very quiet.
We are very quiet, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm
Or
going to
get it
bed.
from- Okay.
Can I give him a little
Everybody's
pat?
already
Give him Torch a little pat and go to bed.
I'm special.
You are very special.
Yes, you are.
And Torch, as
Ford
you
watched
walk
over
to
him.
bed, Torch will leap onto Ford's shoulders and just try to get himself onto his shoulder, and just look as if he's conquered the world.
I did it.
Yeah, you did. And hey, look, is Roya Roy's still passed out, right? So Ford looks for Roy like he wants to make a sassy quip that Roy would appreciate. Like, I don't know. Roya. I kicked Roya awake.
Oh.
Hey, Roya.
Yeah.
Look, I got a devil on my shoulder.
We need an angel. You know any?
I thought I was the weird one with the possessed, cursed.
Ha 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 ha. And when he says possessed, my head does like a 360 because it's not connected.
Call an exorcist.
Ha 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 ha.
Roya proceeds to pick up Tiny Fang, cover his face, and walk to her room.
Ford spends the night near the resonator because clearly they need more quality time.
Woo!
It's also very centrally positioned in the island to keep an eye out for everything.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's
So-
that's what I'm saying.
Can I
Okay.
keep? Would it be possible for me to help Ford with the long watch while taking a long rest, or like?
I'm restless. I mean, I really don't need to sleep. I just don't move around for a while to get the benefits.
Why am I even saying that? I have 21 passive wisdom. I can just go to bed and then I said something.
I feel like when you're unconscious, your passive doesn't quite work as well.
It's super passive perception.
Yeah, I just like something goes wrong, like an animal steps on a twig like 20 miles away. I
So-
wake up.
Cedric,
Cedric's on death saving throw. Squirrel!
Cedric, so here's the thing. I will say that you are long resting, but with your very high passive possession, you are somewhat alert. It's like
You're a light sleeper.
you're a light sleeper.
You're a
Maybe
light
just
sleeper.
take the -5 from observant off.
Roya is
fine.
not observant and a very heavy sleeper, for she has to be kicked by a robot, so she stays asleep.
Yes. So
Trash is a pretty
what are
light
you doing, girl?
sleeper.
What have you been doing this entire time? I assume you were sleeping.
I whispered it to you a while ago because that was going on forever. I'm helping Hooper. I'm like getting him back to his shop, making sure he's good, identifying the ring that I got, and I'd probably be reading a couple of books. Since
So,
it doesn't look like we're going anywhere anytime soon.
Okay. So the ring is a ring of match detection, and it has one charge, and it has the Crow family symbol on it. And just like Cedric, you feel that it has traces of very primal energy.
Can I, since I am primal myself a little bit, is there anything else I can glean from that? Like where the primal energy came from?
It feels wild.
Perfect for you.
So it worked after all.
Hey, cool.
And Hooper is
Hooper is
retired.
dead. He died.
He was sleeping in his bed the entire time.
Yeah, I brought him back to his bed and then just started perusing his library and just reading.
So, as note, as you touch every single thing, he wakes up every time.
Well, I picked the biggest one then. That way it takes me a longer amount of time to like pull another book. You just rest.
Oh,
Just rest.
Give him some forced sleeping.
I'm not that fast a reader.
I know, I was just testing our reflexes.
And then probably that's probably more time. But if we're here for another day or two before heading out to the ruins, I'd probably try and help him learn how not to pass out while using magic.
okay. So, given it, once he finally comes
Sauce.
to and wakes up, Hoopert will be very vigilant and help you realize that though he has a lot of magic, he hasn't really had many opportunities to test them out. So he's not as seasoned as someone who's actually had formal training.
Good.
Gonna help him with that, train him up a little bit.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
barely used magic, and then he's just pumping out level 4 spells like.
And that NPC life, man. Just look. You got
Well, for a
Hard to be a
wizard,
god, man.
for a wizard, that makes a lot of sense. Because
It wasn't a level 4 slot. I want to put this out there. It was a friendship slot.
Right.
friendship slot.
Right.
The next
Mhm.
NPC we're gonna run into is gonna be like a crippled orphan in like a city. He's gonna be like a level 20 rogue.
It's like,
I mean, to be fair, he's a wizard, so if all classes for that to make sense, it makes a lot of sense because
Yeah.
he did
He's
all
got
this.
that book knowledge, not that practical
Yeah, he just
knowledge.
hasn't done any of the field work.
Hey, I wonder what that reminds me of.
yep.
Anyway,
Good talk, guys.
Wow.
And-
Perfect.
as you help him, you get a little spark, a little head, a little thumbs up from Raijin.
Cool.
Is this like all mental?
You're a leader.
I'm trying real hard.
So, Cedric, everyone is asleep except for
before I-
Tor.
Before I go to bed, I apologize to Agma real quick.
Your prayer to Agma. Dear
One- a
Agma,
quick prayer
I'm
to Agma saying sorry.
Sorry that I had to go dial you. Text you later.
I'm
say
sorry, bro.
bye.
As you
Sorry
apologize,
for sending so many you up texts.
Right.
as you,
Dot.
you hear in an infernal, in abyssal, the word "see."
Okay.
Like see with your eyes or like see.
See with your eyes. Just see with your eyes.
If it was sea like the water, like nah, we did that. We're in an island now.
Cedric would like look around, like, or like he'd be like extra observant, like,
Extra observant.
More than the observant.
You need expertise.
Right.
Like-
Then you're good.
You don't see anything. Just apparently just heard a bit. You heard Agma say "see" in abyssal.
Yeah, abyssal. Yeah, abyssal. Not infernal.
Can I check on Torch real quick?
Yeah, you can go see Torch.
I'm just gonna
He's-
check on him real quick.
Me and Torch are playing cards.
Playing cards. One hand plays cards while the other one is just writing out a map of the ship. Multitasking.
With his like tail, Flambeau
Yeah.
style.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
And
probes?
Damn it.
All right.
I swear that you're
totally
cheating.
cheating.
I swear you're cheating.
More eyes, more chances to win.
Yeah, yes, they all say. All right,
Can
so
I see
you
one of those crow cards?
are you asking me or asking
Cedric.
Torch?
He'd go over to the crow card and just quickly like, wait. Ford, could I have one from you?
I mean, that's really rude. He just took my crow card. There's an etiquette that you should be following here. Do you want? Yeah, sure. You want my eye too? I can just pop it out.
All right, Torch, I will take your crow card, but this is not a deal of any sort.
No, because technically that was mine, so it's
Oh,
really by
oh.
association.
All right, so I take it.
okay. Instead of a crow, you see a picture of the bag.
Ooh,
Ooh.
crow bag.
Crowbagnon.
He'd look over to the bag and he would say "C" in an abyssal.
The bag floats off your shoulder and slaps you with its belt.
You have
feel the
offended
whisper-
it.
You can feel a whisper in your head. Took you long enough.
Cedric, your bag is floating. You might want to get that checked out.
He said we could speak back to an abyssal. Sorry, didn't have much opportunity until now.
Fair enough.
You're also speaking in tongues, I might add.
They're speaking.
The bag actually talking.
What is it?
Cedric would look back to Ford. It's a Cedric thing.
Is it a Cedric thing? Is it a Cedric thing, Torch? Because I would assume that. Oh, abyssal. Oh, so we're on lying terms now, buddy.
What?
It's
No, it's a
it's a Cedric thing. The Cedric. Just stares at Cedric.
Cedric would like rub where the bag belt hit him. He say back here in abyssal. Any reason you did that?
Agma says hi.
Yep, that's how Agma does say hi.
I say I would not be following a god that was literally beating me up.
It's an abusive relationship. You should care for yourself.
And the bag.
Oh yeah, I can't talk often.
And it would just stop talking, I assume.
Silence.
So.
No, I really wanted to talk to you actually, but all right. And he just like, he'd like.
It still
say-
moves around. It still like understands you. It just can't talk back.
He'd like sort of like pet the bag.
Cedric. What? You know
Oh,
what?
you just plugged a resonator.
I was about to roll into that. I was like, yeah, I mean, between the events the best day, I mean, I bonded with a resonator. Trash spawned a very good card player. This is about where it should be. I'm waiting for Tiny Fang to become like 4 fangs, like Tiny Fa-ing, and just fly out in a spectrum.
Look,
It's
Look.
It's an Ogma thing. It's an Ogma thing, alright?
Is it
I'm
an Ogma
sorry.
thing?
It's an Ogma thing.
Is Ogma like guiding the will of Roya too? Because I swear, I'm just waiting for her to come out here. Like an army of her. About 5 in different colors. Each with their own Tiny Fang.
Are you
with
making
a-
a clone joke?
I am not making a clone joke. Did you take it as a clone joke? Why are you so
I
sensitive
took it
about
as a
clone
clone
jokes?
joke.
Okay.
I think this is enough.
Ha 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 ha. What's up
Bag.
with your bag?
It's floating.
What else does it do? It doesn't just float. Things don't just float.
It's sentient. It's a sentient bag,
That floats.
and it talks. Yeah.
Can you put things
The
in
bag
it?
nods.
It
Yeah.
not. Oh, it can understand me. This is good.
Do you speak Abyssal?
Do I? Ford does not. I do not speak Abyssal. I speak.
You
I
know
speak
that Ford doesn't
common.
speak Abyssal, but still
Pa-
nodded.
I speak pirate, which is
Doesn't
really
like-
just bad common.
It knows Abyssal. That's what it knows.
Okay, but it's understanding me as I speak common. That's amazing. Maybe I've been speaking Abyssal this entire time. Maybe we're all speaking Abyssal.
Cedric would look over to his bag and speak in Abyssal. Do you understand Ford speaking common?
It nods.
How does the bag nod? Does it float up and down?
It goes. It's like the sorting hat. It figures it out. Just,
Yeah.
You just know.
so is it just?
Yeah, it does understand you.
Can it open up?
Cedric says open in Abyssal.
What?
Have you inspected the contents of this bag in the past?
Yeah, this is my homework bag.
This is your homework bag. Ford immediately just starts looking into this thing. What the hell are what home? What work? What is this homework?
As you look inside the bag, you'd find these books.
Just well now they're being thrown up in the air. It's like, what is this?
You'd
Well,
find
you know, it's very deep. It's like a trench. inside
Very
of a
deep.
bag.
So is my hand go deeper than it should, like a magic trick,
You
or
go
like
in to reach out for a book, and you get a book.
okay?
It
Let
sa-
me.
the book says sharing is caring, a recollection of charity.
So is it magical bag?
I'd assume so.
Does he put other things into it? I pick up torch.
I don't.
You want?
Don't.
You want?
I assume it doesn't have oxygen in it. Might
Do you
not be a
think
good
Torch doesn't need it? Or do I? Look at him.
But
he's a foot, isn't he?
He can.
I mean,
Coach does.
I wouldn't put him in. I think my bag is being abused here. Bag, do you want to go?
Bag, what are your feelings about this? I look at the bag.
Says nothing.
It's not
can-
saying no.
This is what you do to my bag. I get my.
It didn't
companion-
say no. Learn to read in between the lines, Cedric. I'm gonna have a long conversation with you that your parents never said. So I have Torch in the bag. I'm still holding on to him. What do you see down there, Torch?
You're abusing poor Bag.
Bag doesn't have a name yet.
I'll call him Baggy.
it's like a portal.
It's like a portal.
Or you hear nothing.
Oh, I don't hear anything. All right, well, I pull him out. What'd you see, Torch?
You didn't hear me?
No. All I heard was the whining of Cedric about me abusing Bag, which is a
He's
very odd.
sentient.
He's sentient. I asked her
He can't
permission.
talk back.
It can
can't talk
nod.
back.
It nodded to me. It knows how to
alright.
say yes and
Let's
no.
try it again. I talked to it in Abyssal. Bag, do you want to be treated like this? Nod. Nod. It does not want to be treated.
Well, now that I understand Bag's boundaries, I will respect them. Prior to that, I should not. I'm not a mind reader, Cedric. I'm definitely not a bag reader.
Cedric like grabs on the bag, like holding him and like sort of like petting him, petting the bag. Don't you ever do that to Baggy ever again.
It accepts this.
It accepts this love and affection.
Does it accept the name of Baggy?
It does.
Oh, I've lost respect for Bag.
No, we'll get a proper name for it.
Yeah, I'm looking at Torch. Portal.
For books.
A
Really
book portal.
boring.
What? Do these things exist? Look at Cedric, a book portal?
Time I've heard of one, but it sounds pretty useful.
All right, this is above my brain grade here.
This is for
Mine
big,
too.
Yeah.
This is for big brain individuals.
This
such as
is
myself.
yeah, it is.
Do you know any?
Hey,
I love
Torch
so much.
Torch, can you invert your flames? I think he needs to cool off a little.
Sure.
Roya snores
And
loudly in the
flames
background.
actually come out of his mouth,
Oh,
and he has a fiery tongue.
he's a fiery tongue.
And that's what you bet.
To check that out. You need some of that, Cedric.
We don't deserve this. We're leaving now. Bye.
Ford.
What?
I spit fire.
I watch. That's funny. That's some hot fire dropping there, buddy. You got any coins?
Damn it.
They play cards throughout the night.
Before Cedric leaves, he says one thing to Ford. You smell like elderberries.
Your father smelled it.
As he walks out with his new bag companion.
I give Cedric that when I say nothing. I'm like, yeah, good job, good burn, buddy. We'll make a man out of you yet.
Make a
Man out of you.
Out of you.
All right.
Put it in the playlist.
All right. So everyone is asleep, and or playing cards and making maps.
Mm-hmm.
And so, as
Torch
the
is my
next
favorite.
dawn rises, something want to do, Trash?
No, just Torch is my favorite.
Which is good. Which is
Yeah, it's
good.
As the next dawn rises, Ford and Torch are still playing cards.
Do you have any dragons?
Ha! Go fish.
Damn it.
I threw the cards down. That took at least 8 hours.
I knew I should have cheated.
I thought you were. I know
No,
I was.
I'm really good. Damn it.
Did you just cheat that? Oh no, that ain't.
Considering I was only born yesterday, I'm really good.
That is very true. I now know exactly how smart you are for someone born yesterday. Smarter than me. So I need to have a conversation with Trash.
We need to have a lot of conversations with Dad.
We do. Lots of conversations.
Dad.
Oh. I don't know how I feel about that. Right, Betsy? And I pat the psi resonator.
My name's Greg.
Oh, well.
Oh.
We need to talk later, Greg.
Greg.
So, as the sun rises, all the Strigaforms come out of their houses and
Or you
Do
better
that
not cheat on me.
Marty, helping raise your
you're
son.
awake.
Yeah. So you better not cheat. You better not leave me and my boy alone.
Savage walks out of his house and sees you two playing and is like,
Oh, well then, brother. Who's the little devil? I'm Torch. I'm gonna burn you. I'd like to see you try, brother.
Oh, this is excellent. I just start
Okay.
collecting the cards. Don't stop it at all.
and Torch eats up a few handfuls of sand and throws a fireball at Savage. A very small little firebolt. And Savage, being the man he is, dodges out of the way.
Does like a building burn now?
Nope. He was pretty. He was aiming pretty high.
Okay.
so it arcs and goes into the ocean.
Got it.
Well, I'm gonna punch you now. I'd like to see you try.
I don't stop that either.
Cedric would be, like wake up, walk in as Savage is about to punch him. Hey, what's up?
Whoop! And Savage punches him. And strangely enough, Torch eats his hand.
Eats his hand? Like, does he have no hands?
Like,
His
Torch
hand does
literally
that come
over
out of
his
my
hand.
I
cat?
bet you
There's
weren't
a
expecting
torch on
that,
his hand.
Savage. I know I wasn't. This is he beats your fist with face.
That was such a good line.
Brother. Oh my god.
But think of it this way. Hey, Torch, can you become like a Savage Gauntlet? Think Gauntlet thoughts.
And as it says that, Savage's entire hand becomes infernal, with red skin and black spikes protruding out of each of his veins. And it stops at his elbow.
Look at that, brother.
What the hell, brother? Get up, get up. Get
Oh,
up.
this is... I just take up sand, like throw it over my shoulders like I'm eating popcorn.
We shouldn't be playing with
Okay, what did I just walk
This time,
into?
Ildry, you will wake up. Roya, you wake up because you hear Savage yelling for help.
He's fine.
Get up, get up, get up.
What is happening to his arm?
Get up, get up, get up.
I got it. Cedric walks up to Savage as he casts protection from evil and good. There goes one of my spell slots for the day.
You didn't have to use it.
Hey, I'm not. Is Cedric see a bad thing? Cedric
That
fix-
works on possessions. This is more than biting his hand.
Hey, it would help
I'm
him
just telling you
resist.
so you won't be wasting
Resist the
those-
grapple.
Fine. All right,
Hand grapple.
So,
Or do you seem to know what's happening there?
Yeah. Oh, this is entertainment. Every few days, I just watch people do very stupid things, and it's great. So what happened was, Savage and Torch didn't like each other, so they got into a fight. Now we're pretty sure that Torch can become a Savage Gauntlet, and Savage doesn't like it.
Quick question. Who is Torch?
Oh, Torch is the little thing in his hand, and I think the best information for that would be the captain, because that's like his son.
Torch.
You had a baby? Can you have a baby? I need a lot of explanation here, guys.
You've
I
been
missed
away
a lot.
for a while. You
Wait.
and Roya need a full-on catch-up.
Cedric would like show. Hey, Ilgi, look at this. As his bag starts like floating.
This
like,
all
look over.
Oh, you
This-
learned levitation. That's cool.
No, it's sentient.
Rolls around and
Sentient
looks
bag.
Savage is like running around the background.
Roya will start her morning routine now that she's been woken up.
This is one of the weirdest dreams I've ever had.
Morning yoga with Roya.
As you say, where is Torch? Savage comes running in.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Torch. Off.
Torch will let go. And as he does, you see Savage's hand still remains infernal, and he has 3 fingers and a thumb. But
Torch, what
slowly
did you
the
do to
infernal
Savage?
energy sort of goes away.
Ooh. Ooh. Dad.
And
Hi.
Torch will waddle over to the trash and hug his leg.
I missed you. Did you dream of fire?
Yeah, there was a little fire.
Yay.
So, LG, you look confused. That's understandable.
Hi, Ildry. This is Torch. He's either me or my son.
Hi.
Oh, sure. I have a chimera, but that's weird. Not the little devil child thing. Whatever.
Listen, that is weird, but this is weirder. That's fair.
There.
We all just accept this.
Well, look,
I mean, I just
Bag.
bonded with Saya Resner called Greg, so yeah, that's pretty much where
To
it's
be
at.
fair, Ildry, you were the first to have like the weird shit happen, so you're the first to really like get a,
get the
Judgment.
weird resignation. But look
after
at
it
this
kept happening, we've kind of just started to accept it.
floating
It's
bag.
like docking, isn't it?
Our
Sentient
threshold for accepting. Yeah, look at that. Cedric's got a bag called Bag. Right, that
That's
goes to like a
quite-
book portal.
We're still
That's
deciding. if-
very
There's
impressive.
a book portal?
Nice looking.
It is a
bag.
book portal.
That
Does
sounds
that mean
cool.
something? Yeah.
We're still trying to find out a name for it. Him.
I
So
don't.
Roya,
Can I use it?
Look.
So Roya, the normal one, will walk
Right.
out. At this point.
Right? Royal, the instance of normalcy here.
And see what? What does she see right now? To all this?
Yeah,
Go.
Chaos. Just fucking
Okay.
chaos.
Is
Torch is hugging
am I
me.
Donald Glover? Am I Donald Glover walking?
Yeah.
You walked in with
Okay.
some
You were Donald
pizzas
Glover,
and
yep.
things are on fire.
Cool.
Torch is hugging my leg. Savage is like kissing his arm on the floor, just loving that it's back.
Cedric's got
Torch
bag.
nodding.
Bag.
Cedric's in the corner like, guys, look at my cool bag. Isn't this bag really cool?
Eldrid's really
Bag
excited
it.
about the bag. She likes books.
Alright, Cedric will
Ford's
speak to
Nerd.
Cedric will speak to the bag in Abyssal. Do you want Ildry to use you?
I'm glad I don't speak Abyssal.
No,
Because
but
I didn't hear that.
I do.
yeah.
Bag floats over to Ildry and pats her head with its strap,
Oh,
and then goes over to Cedric.
is that a good thing?
I think you're good. Bag, you can go over to Ildry if you want.
It nods. It stays where it is.
I guess Ildry, you can come over and check it out.
Okay.
I walk over and not quite understanding what's happening. I go,
I'll open it.
Can you open?
I say in Abyssal, open, please.
I walk over to Roya. Did you sleep well?
I just reach in.
Yeah. What's going on out here?
I'll take that to text.
My son
RP. There's a lot.
So the bag opens, right?
Yep,
I
it's open.
Let's see what's so I reach in and I just pull out my self-help books I have in there. Let's see.
All right.
Society, praising gods, respect.
Oh, I read that one in like first grade. That was a good one.
Good shit on.
Charity.
grew up in an Ugma temple, bitch.
These are just alright, let's try a book I don't have. Let's try
Constructing a construct's a good one.
alright. I say in Abyssal to the bags, may I please receive constructs and concepts and constructs, like the name of the book. Sorry.
Constructing a construct.
Constructing a construct, I say in Abyssal, and I try to reach in and see if I get any specific book.
As you reach in, you pull out 500 pieces of paper and a quill and a cover
Oh,
and a little note that
write it.
says, "Write it yourself."
That's copyright.
yeah. I guess it doesn't like copyrighted materials.
Oh, if you can ask it for stuff, I don't have much hope that this will work. But has it I don't know whether to address you or the bag, but I'm just gonna talk to you right now. Can you see if it has Drowned Tears Part 2?
Drowned Tear. Cedric puts like the book supplies. It's probably gonna give the same response, but let's try. He says in Abyssal, Drowned Tears Part 2, please, if you could. Baggy, thank you. We'll
This
get
time
a
it gives
better- what?
It gives you nothing.
Yeah, I
Doesn't-
think it only gives.
Doesn't Ogma like hate you though? Like what if Ildry asked? Hasn't she been praying to Ogma her whole life?
Well, I was chosen by Ogma, so Ogma doesn't hate me. It's more like Ogma is sort of mad that I'm not following their set out path. Exactly.
Mr. Baggy, could I reach in you and see if you give me something?
Wow, that's
The
bold.
bag twirls as if saying no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Thanks for trying.
You're good, Baggy. Don't worry.
Okay. So weird night last night. Are we all caught up? Do we all know what happened?
I
You
made
had
a
a
map.
son, Ford has a boyfriend, and Cedric has a bag.
I made a map.
You made a map. It's true. It happened.
Oh. Did it work well? Did you
Map of
get the
ship.
work done?
And as he rolls it out in front of you, you see this very intricate and delicate design of a galleon, which is a very big ship with
That
Two
requires a
masts.
very large
8
crew.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, Owl Crew. Owl Crew. Got it.
Yes.
I learned
We
from
are
the
collecting all
I
of them.
mean, let's be honest. If we are going to Ildry's tribe,
We might need all of them. The true
That
relic is
might
we're
be a
collecting
good
like
crew.
entire fucking
A crew of
colonies.
storm sorcerers. Like, are we gonna find a better place for a crew?
It's true.
Speaking of, every day that we don't find them, the djinn just gets more powerful. So we should probably get on that soon.
Yeah.
How much more powerful are you talking about? Like a little
Well,
bit?
he's
A
siphoning
lot?
all of the energy that they have.
But isn't he doing it for a while?
Yeah, but they're not as strong as they were before.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So,
So, like, he's getting to the end of it all. Like, he's gonna have all of their powers soon.
okay. So we're like a week away from total annihilation. Standard day for us. Let's get to that. That sounds like a solid idea. What do you think about that, Captain? Is that changing our direction at all?
No, that's pretty much exactly what we've been doing, I think.
Okay.
Of course, to set. Torch, how did you do all this?
I learned from the best.
That's me.
Correct.
Obviously.
Oh, he's kind of cute.
He's very right.
So Roya will come out at this point, right? And put her hand around, or put her arm down on Trash's shoulder, and whisper.
Okay, this is
Remember, it's very important not to validate your children too much. They might get a big head. Wise words from parent to
Torch, don't set him on fire. Yeah. Okay. Good. Just saying, Roya, that can make sense. But I don't think Tiny Fangs designed a galleon before. So I feel like
you don't know my child.
Well, would you like to go try to do this then, Tiny
we
Fang?
got a mom dad off.
That's right. We'll get you a piece of paper. You can
parent
just
off.
scrawl on it for a while.
Tiny Fang, have you designed a galleon before?
I take out a piece of paper from my bag, place it down on the ground, place a pen on the paper, and go duplex dente. And 2 Tiny Fangs come out.
Cool. They can scribble twice as fast.
And challenge
Torch,
accepted.
don't set either one.
Rhea goes, Psalm.
What?
And
So we
Tiny Fang paints a exquisite representation of Roya sitting on top of a mountain of gold and scrolls, with everyone with Tiny Fangs at the bottom of the base of it, just worshiping her.
This is
I
good.
would like to point out, I don't tell Torch to set it on fire, but I don't tell him not to.
So I say we submit both of these designs to the Owls and see which ship gets built first.
Or we could stop measuring dicks and get on with it.
I'm so proud of
This
you,
is-
Torch.
this is-
One
this
night
is
and
fun.
we have definitely made. Well, you're like already ahead of Cedric now. It's good.
Good point. Wow. I love my son.
It's true.
Okay.
Mom, I don't like him.
No, it's okay. You're still special to
I
me.
think he's pretty great. Okay. Well, Torch, let's go.
And
And Torch jumps up on your shoulder, just hangs onto your
be right
fur.
back. You're back.
Adventure, yeah. Okay. I will pick up his designs and look them over. Do they seem sound?
As sound as you would make them, had you a week of time to prepare.
Wow.
This is just upgraded trash.
Yeah, this is just wow. I thought Greenheart was better me. Me is better me now.
Well, you have 2 aspects of your character, so you had to have one and then the other, right?
Nah, he's stealthy too, because he stole a bunch of shit from Thing.
That's true.
And he can set things on fire. Damn. I suck.
I think
So we don't need you anymore. We've got Torch.
Yep. So everyone meet your new captain.
Captain Torch.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Bag. I think I have a new name for you.
Are you just saying this out loud? Or are you
Yeah.
saying this in Abyssal? Just say it in common.
I'll say it in common, yeah.
Yes!
Oh, the leather can talk. I thought you liked it behind closed doors. I'm
Thank you,
saying you're a
Torch.
snob.
Yeah, I got that. Yep. I will name bag Conscientia.
Maria will make a comment about how pretentious that sounds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm with Roya.
So, what you gonna do about it?
Burn
Uh,
the book.
Continue to bully you into submission.
Yep, I agree with Roya.
I still love you, Cedric.
Thank you, Torch.
You're welcome.
Fine. So
Okay, well,
Conscientia is off the list then?
I like it.
Alright.
it's up to you, bud. You're sentient bag.
Most sentient things come up with their own names. Just saying.
Or are given a name by the parent. I don't know. Has Ogma given it a name? Have you not asked it a name yet?
It's hard to keep.
I'll ask an abyssal bag. Do you have a name?
It twirls around as if saying no.
Okay.
Bag. Do you like Conscientia? Or nah? I
It
don't
nods,
think.
yes.
Yeah, like,
That's up to
we're
it.
gonna have problems pronouncing that the entire time now.
Yep.
You made that choice, man. You made that choice.
Hey,
Live
the
with
word
it.
fits, though.
Well, Dad, I had an idea.
Okay.
What if
Say.
I stay here to help Hubert, and then you go to the ruins?
That's fair. We have to go over some guidelines.
Guidelines, obviously not burn.
Good. That's a good start. Okay. No killing
Although-
people.
I wouldn't dream of it. Nightmares, maybe.
Okay. Do you have nightmares often? I thought you didn't sleep.
Yeah. Got you, Dad.
Yeah. Okay. Then no burning, no killing. Try to keep stealing to a minimum. If
Minimum.
possible.
As in hourly or daily.
Just try to if you feel yourself I'll let you gauge that. If you feel yourself doing it too much, just kind of cut back for a little bit.
Gotcha.
Sounds good.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Torch is in charge of ship design, I guess. So
I can't see anything going wrong with this.
I see nothing going wrong with this.
Alright, let's start moving out, I'd say. So, where we
Okay.
Sooner we get to that.
Ford.
Yep.
You want to talk to your Psi engine a little bit before we go, or?
No, me and Greg are good. We're just waiting for the ship to be built. If I stay
Okay.
within a.
Room.
Does
Oh,
does the ship design have any? It integrates Greg into it, right?
Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
basically the Palamon, but more suited to you guys.
It's a customized Palaman. Yeah.
We're gonna have to think of a name first.
We got like customized rooms too. This is perfect.
Right. A place for
It's
like
nice.
Ford to stand and become the Palaman. Yes.
Yeah.
It's 3 layers. So you have the top deck, your and the second deck is where you all live, and the third is for everyone else, and the fourth one below that is for the barracks and Greg.
Trash's room is just like a workshop, and then in the mast,
Okay.
he has like a specified like.
So if the Palaman becomes a shark, and the Sea Hag becomes, I don't know what that became anymore, but
Yeah, do we want to make ours a
We-
transformer too?
yeah.
Alright, what should it
Ours
become
off-
then?
It obviously becomes Ford, right? It's like Iron
Yeah,
Giant.
it becomes Big Ford.
It's Iron Giant, right?
It's Iron Giant. There you go. We call it the Iron Giant.
Because if we
too.
don't learn the lesson, we teach them the lessons.
Requires a lot of magic.
I
Don't
mean,
think
look at
we got
this.
that yet.
We're points around this island.
We have a person for every limb, technically, too.
That's right.
Dibs on
Type in the magic from
dibs
the
on whatever
store.
shoots.
Whatever shoots. Wow.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
go.
Go. Look at
Yeah.
that. We're being shooed away by your son. They grow up so quickly.
he really did.
He's already going through his rebellious phase. I
Okay,
remember
see you,
mine.
Torch. Give him a
I'm
hug.
gonna steal that.
My dad burned a lot.
One more time.
Burn a lot.
Burn a lot. He
Okay.
wants you to make him proud.
Yeah.
Through fire.
Ditto, bud. But like not, more to the make me proud, not to the burn a lot of stuff.
But I'm already on fire.
That's right. He is on. He
You are on
is.
fire.
So we're off to see an X in a ruin. Is that? That's where we
Yep.
left off after. Okay. Let's do it.
Yep. We're gonna bring Mr. Hooper with us because he knows where we're going.
Hoopert will help you guys out and cast control water to make a little frozen bridge for you guys. With
Yeah.
Ildry's help, he's a lot more in control of it, and he's much more steady. There's a few beads of sweat going through his feathers, but overall, fairly good. It's almost exactly like Howlet.
Right,
Oh,
with like,
Great.
right with a character moment here.
Okay.
And she will be creating her own small ice lily pads using shape water to get across.
Oh, okay.
It's majestic.
Are they? Wait. Are they all their own little separate lily pad?
Well, she
And
does
you're
this
jumping across them.
each step. Yeah.
Do you
While
dance
you're
across?
jumping? But yeah, so here's the thing: if they're like just in the water separately, you're gonna slide, boy.
Let's go.
Are you gonna fall? Can you
I
make a
will
check
let-
to fall?
Trash. I'll let it slide.
Literally.
Wait, what?
I will let it slide.
An inspiration point
Right.
to make him slide.
For inspirational reasons, Roya, you have your moments, and Hoopert is in awe. Ooh.
Wait, I have to spend inspiration to make him check.
No.
I mean, oh god, no.
that's
I'm saying,
horrible.
that for roleplay purposes, Roya gets across just fine.
Okay.
Thank you. I
Look,
win.
Alex.
You do.
The idea of just falling into the water, it just sounded funny.
So I think just to throw you a bone, Roya will get the sense that Trash is just staring her down, and it makes her a little nervous. So
No, I'm just watching just
The
in
one
case.
sweat bead.
I want to catch it.
yeah. This is the first time that Roya's ever done this before, and she's flexing really hard on Hooper.
Yeah.
Cedric watching Roy ready for her to fall in. Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Over under odds. I'm betting on
Oh.
Roy to stay and make it to the end.
Everybody,
You win.
move
do.
your tokens.
Give
Well-
Ford a piece of gold.
Yay. Put it in my secret cache.
Okay. So,
It's a coin
I
slot.
as you guys are
Track
moving
a
on,
piece of gold.
I'll add a piece of
as you guys are moving on, Greenheart and Savage follow close behind you
Oh.
because
cool.
they're like, oh no, they're leaving.
Our
Greenheart at
followers.
this point is not
Welcome
so
back.
I thought-
Art.
Yeah, Savage. I thought
I thought you had a wife.
you had a kid.
Don't-
No, man, we approve of your decisions. Let's go adventure.
Adventure!
Well, you all weren't there for it, but despite being kicked, brother, I'd still very much like to help y'all. And
I
got
see that
wish
you're-
for the missus.
I see that you're still sore about that.
I mean,
You did kick him really hard.
I did not kick him hard. You see what
Your
he did?
heart
Like,
is very different from others, though.
Yeah.
That's what-
Your heart is like.
I mean, his heart is metal.
Yeah.
You gotta be aware
Oh.
of that, Ford.
I have body awareness.
So, in a combination of Cedric's map and Hoopert's flying ability, you all make it. Please have your tokens selected, or like zoom out to the map so I can like ping this. Right here.
Okay.
Oh, that is
Trash
very
is-
far.
Oh wow, how long does it take for us to get there?
It's about a good hour or so.
Oh, fantastic. So we're definitely within a mile of that that resonator.
Trash is looking for plants to make healing potions. Because we're
Yeah,
finally near
find
vegetation.
4.
4.
Okay.
Eldred
I
is
feel like
looking
we
at
should be making
every
more
day.
checks. Isn't that
Well-
something you're supposed to make a check for?
With Hoopert's guide and Cedric's map, you guys are pretty on the right path because Hoopert has been here before.
Oh.
No, I mean for finding plants.
Oh,
Let him roll, man.
Yeah, but the fun of D&D is rolling.
The people want to roll.
We want the dice.
Them
Uh,
sweet, sweet dice
I'm
roll.
fine with failing.
Give
I
me
just
the
Dice
super
are an
checks,
addiction.
trash.
You get plus 10,000.
Wait, perception
Yeah, you're. Oh, investigation.
or survival?
Survival.
Guidance. Yeah. Guidance. Yeah. Means
Because that's like the one thing survival is used for, right?
Yeah.
Well,
It's like going through the wilderness.
Yeah.
I mean.
Or
Yeah.
do you die of starvation because you couldn't start a campfire kind of
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
It's like that stuff.
It's good for like
Like-
survival heavy campaigns, but if
or
you're doing
tracking people, yeah.
Yeah.
You can roll investigation or survival.
Yeah, it's the same modifier. I was just wondering.
now add the guidance on.
Look at that. Staying
Yeah.
alive, staying alive.
You find 5.
You
Hey.
still find 5.
Love you, Trey. I just like rolling things because rolling's fun.
It is.
Rolling gets
Yeah.
very fun. So, as you guys make it to the place of places,
You make it
you've come to this very old and very mossy area that is 20 feet high and has several decomposed columns on the sides of it. Very ritualistic type of theme. And boopity boop.
Ooh.
Are we near the X?
How close are we to my ex?
Checking again. You guys are pretty near the X.
How close are we to my X? Is she gonna call me out?
She took
You
the kids.
guys
I just
are-
want to find the kids, please.
There's a restraining order. I can't really get that close to her.
Yeah.
The X, the whatever you're supposed to be looking for, or whatever the X is pointing to, is fairly close by, like towards the right side, near the coast.
Have you told anybody about the X, or did we just see it on the map and go, well, he's written on his map? Yeah.
I showed everyone the map and like,
Yeah.
said it was-
0 secrets are being held in a Cedric set that I'm aware of, at least.
Well, I told people about the map, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
A couple times.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember.
So
But literally, the first thing I did
brain-
was like, "Hey, you want to see my map?"
Literally, your introduction to the group was, I have a
Oh,
treasure
yeah,
map.
yeah, yeah.
it was why should we take you long? I have a map.
So what's keeping us from taking your map? Nothing. Fair. At least you realize what situation you're in.
Yeah. Do we want to go look at the X first?
Yeah, I want to look. Instead, could be like, yeah, he'd be like hunting that X down.
Are-
No, that's
Are there any writings on the temple walls and stuff?
If you go farther in, you can see glimpses of writing on the walls.
Eldry's gonna like start just going towards that.
Ildre, kind of a group here.
It's okay.
Yeah, I just want to read
She probably
Yeah, if
will.
you-
just
you
really
walk-
quick. Just
If you
really
walk
quick.
through the door, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's
true.
just-
This is the fair.
read the wall. Say
Look,
something.
if we go
Yep,
look
Rupert
at
knows.
I can guarantee that these doors do not close. None of them close.
Okay.
So
they don't close.
where's the not safe place? I think is what Trash is getting at. That won't have like
Not safe
spike
place.
traps and rabid hyenas attacking us.
You've been here one time, correct, Hubert?
Yes, I've disarmed those.
Oh, look at
Further
that.
down is the first room.
Okay. Well, all I'm saying, Ildre, if we end up going for Cedric's axe, you'll have to wait. You only have to wait a couple hours max.
It's just like we've been waiting a long time.
Trash.
Well,
I'll- do you want me to look after her while she looks at these runes? They seem to be important to her people.
yeah, go for a little bit. We'll spend a couple minutes here.
We won't go
I-
into anywhere dangerous without you
I
guys.
can wait for the
Okay.
runes. I can wait for the runes. It's fine.
Yeah. You go read.
So, splitting the party.
No.
Do we want to go for the axe while they do that?
That was like the option for covering ground because of time.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go. Roya, which one do you want to go to?
I don't know. Where does it make sense? Because it makes sense to the ruins because illusion, right? Illusion magic.
Yeah.
Correct.
Potentially.
Like the
Yeah,
doors.
we probably
right?
want our casters there, so Cedric and I can go to axe.
You can also
Good.
you also have our followers, right? So there's Savage and Greenheart to bring around.
Yeah.
So you guys take the casters, we'll take the non-casters. So Savage and Greatheart come with us.
Well, what
Good.
about Cedric is going towards the X because it's his X.
Yeah, that's
I
what
wanted
I'm
to see the
saying.
kids. I just want to see the.
I'll stick with the nerds so that there's something to lift things up.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Cedric. Don't make me save your ass again.
I'm pretty good. I can handle myself here.
Oh, look at that
Well, if
confidence.
we find bubbles, don't make me save your ass again.
Those were not ordinary bubbles.
I mean,
You know they weren't.
Were they scrubbing bubbles?
did you meet Mr. Clean? Was he bald?
I was about to say a Mr. Clean joke, but then I was saying, no, that'd be too out of character. You just...
Then Savage looks.
I mean,
at
it's a very
Trash.
well-known brand in Aurora.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Everybody.
very well known.
Everyone
soap.
knows that. He's the soap salesman.
Duh!
He's a very refined elven man.
Everyone is split now.
I mean, I don't know about everyone is split. A few of us are split.
It's
from each other.
me and Cedric. We're gonna die together.
Yeah.
I grouped it up.
Okay.
So, Trash.
While we're walking, Trash is tinkering with his blowtorch flamethrower, and because he doesn't have torch, he's attaching his tinderbox to the end of it, so he can use that instead of.
Cedric has a.
Uh,
Cedric has a conscient. I'm just calling him Con. I'm gonna call him Con. I just have Con under my arm, looking around.
Connie.
Cedric,
Cedric is basically walking in the forest alone because Trash goes through the trees.
roll investigation with advantage.
Me?
Yes.
All right.
Cedric.
Cedric. A good roll.
What?
What?
Do you guys?
Look what
Cedric.
happens when you're on your path, man.
Next to the tree, there are several trees, but near the coast, a bit under the sand, you see two shells that make a small little X, covered up by sand, but they're very small. You dust them away, and you peel back the shells, and there is an amulet there.
That was
Silver
way
amulet
easier than I
with
thought it would be.
a silver amulet with 3 pearls.
I'd pick it up, examining it. I'd take out my map and try to look to see if this was the general location where the X was on the map.
Seems pretty spot on.
I think this is it, Trash.
Trash
Okay.
is waiting up by the edge. He just kind of let you look for it.
Trash, you want to come down and look at this?
I mean, not entirely. I don't really care,
No.
but sure.
Where's your sense of adventure? Adventure.
Says the one that goes to sleep at 4 o'clock.
Look, she's got to be ready for the adventure. Okay, that's how she gets ready.
Look, Cedric, do you have is that your thing you're looking for?
Yeah, it
Then
is.
let's head on back. I'll look at it when we go. By the way, I assume he took a little bit of time to look for it, right?
Yeah.
While he did that, I was setting a trap for him in the forest, which is just it's like one of those rope traps where you catch them by
21 perception.
I know.
You-
Got
Roll
keep it
again.
close.
Who set this up?
What am I rolling?
Roll stealth. See how well you hide it.
Fair enough.
Hey Cedric, since you're close to that X, you wanna?
Oh! Oh!
Can I make a perception roll against it?
It would be your passive.
Wow, it would be your passive.
It would be your passive.
Fuck.
Oh,
Wow.
Yes.
so good.
Rogues,
Cedric,
man.
yes.
Rogues.
Cedric,
So-
will-
You
Cedric
swear
will
you
walk-
see something as you're looking to your right. Like, I wonder who put that there. And then you feel something tug on your ankle and pull you
Trash.
upside.
Try to set up 2, one that's obvious so he would catch it, and one that's not, so he walks into it.
Genius, Trash.
Cedric sees the obvious one.
Sees
Really,
the
Trash,
obvious-
he's gonna do this as he steps over and gets
Yeah.
instantly caught and dragged up. As he flips his arms around and throws the amulet away.
Oh no, we lost it.
I'll go grab the amulet, and I'll just throwing it up in my hand. Just, I'm sorry. What did I set up?
Con, get him! Get
Con!
Trash!
Con!
He'd point upside down, letting his bag go.
It seems inanimate.
He's
Con's
saying-
giving you the cold shoulder strap.
He's saying.
Oh.
He's saying abyssal. C.
C. How did you get tracked by this panda?
I like pranks. I haven't done one of those in a while.
I hate you.
Oh my
So-
god, he's like Jim Halpert and Dwight.
So, Trash, as you figure out, everyone here.
Yes.
So, Trash, as
Wow.
as you figure out and get Cedric down, we turn over to the rune
Oh,
part.
I don't really do that. I just shoot.
I cut myself
just,
down with
no,
a
I
dagger.
just shoot the.
Yeah.
I wait for him to try to start cutting himself down, and before he can do anything, I shoot the thing.
Okay.
So team nerds.
When Cedric becomes a big bad evil guy, then he'll be the first on his list.
So,
I had to. I couldn't not.
This is what
as
you
you
get
guys
for
go through your shenanigans,
Be careful
Oh,
who you made fun of in high school.
Nerds.
rune team. As you go a little bit into the runes, Hubert will casually point out some things he thought were interesting, such as some clouds of rain that he doesn't really understand, some images of a chimeric beast, which Ildrid, you recognize as Raijin.
Yep, she goes
And then
right up
also-
to it and like pets it.
Ford like
Little
raises
sparks.
an eyebrow, which is. Wait,
That's Raijin.
that's Raijin? That looks
Why are
like.
you touching him?
Well, let's not judge, but I mean that's
Raijin,
Raijin
for those
Ford hugs the damn side engine.
for a while. Quality time
Right.
with Greg.
Raijin,
love
for
that his
those
name is
who
Greg.
have not seen, is a large lion-like creature with 5 eyes and a mane of what appears to be electricity, as it is most represented in the stone, with 2 very large 5-fingered claws and 2 tails. And Ildri, in this one, you notice that Raijin appears to have clouds resembling wings coming off its body, off its back.
I kind of glance at my shoulders, see if anything's there.
You have nothing there.
Cool.
So I aside to Roya. Like, I have to really aside to her. Does that mean anything to you?
Doesn't mean anything to me.
I'm
No.
sure it means something to Ildri, but.
But Ildri, as you go down, you notice that it talks of Raijin as the father. And it talks, before there was the father, there was the mother. Without the mother, there will never be us. And as you all go forward down, you see 5 raindrops aligned in a row. And below it is a picture of a woman
Fuck.
with 5
Fuck.
eyes.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear over
Sorry.
the fucks. What was
I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
a woman with 5 eyes.
with 5 eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, kind of like me?
Yeah.
I wonder who
And
the
it
woman
shows
is.
picture of
Oh.
the woman with her hands clasped in a sort of prayer pose with 5 raindrops above her, and apparently all of the people who call themselves the Squall Riders worshiping her.
Hmm.
And below her is
Like
Raijin.
ball riders.
I occasionally read out bits and pieces of this that don't quite make sense. But while I'm
Squalls.
going, I'm just kind of like start going,
Mom.
Squall riders, the mother and the father. Oh.
Roya, I'm trusting for you to connect these dots here, because that's not doing anything for me.
Are they teardrops or are they raindrops?
They look like raindrops,
Okay.
but they
Cool.
could be construed as
Teardrops.
teardrops.
I mean,
That's why I was saying
raindrops
fuck.
Are,
But if they're just raindrops,
be
then
honest.
Roy is like, whatever.
Let's be
They
honest.
look like
Yeah.
raindrops. They look like raindrops, but it's very easy to confuse them as teardrops because you can't really tell what source of water it comes from.
Would
Okay.
you be able to mistake teardrops for raindrops?
Depends on
Roy's
the
too smart
artist.
for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
Roy's,
yeah.
Roy's too smart for that. So no.
that's right.
Eldrid's kind of forgotten anybody else is here with her, and she's just reading all about her
For-
history.
Ford is just expected as like, yep, this seems about right. It's why we're guard
As-
mode.
As Ildri reads out, it tells the tale of the Squall Rider tribe, who was a tribe of people who, as they believe, were birthed by the Cloud Mother, who gave them life in the form of her tears as she cried for them to be alive. They do not know why, but they feel as if she has had some great loss, and from her tears they sprang forth, and from her, she created Raijin to protect them, to hold them, comfort them, to be their father. And so through that, they grew peaceful and charismatic. They grew into leaders in assisting both the Strigaforms and the Orcs, creating an alliance between all three. And through them, it was a time of peace. Then it stops. And it is this point, as you're reading, you guys come to a long set of stairs that descend downward. And you hear rumbling.
Okay, the rumbling
And
kind
that-
of snaps her out of that.
And that is where we're gonna end Relic Hunters episode 8. Yeah.
Woo!
I hope
Dentist.
y'all had fun. Thanks everyone who came to watch. We're gonna pick this up in Discord. Hope this session gave you all smiles. Players, I'm in front of you. Gave you all smiles, got you out of your funks, and made you happy for today. Because I'm sure some of you have had some pretty bad weeks, pretty stressful weeks.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Love
pick it up in
it.
Discord. Thanks everybody. Bye. Have a great
Bye.
week.
Bye.